So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, everybody's here. How was your guys' week, though? I should ask.
Pretty good, miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty good.
I am still trying to get things set up. I should actually ask about that later.
Oh?
I'm still
What's up,
trying to
nerds?
figure out how to OBS working. Ah!
Hello, yes, we are indeed live. Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Oh,
Hell
shit.
yeah!
Fuck,
I was,
goddamn.
I was just sitting here listening to see if there's any gossip or any weird small talk. But no, you guys have
Podcast.
you guys for once have been fucking normal. How dare?
I am
What is
trying
no-
to.
There you
I
go.
was just about to ask. Okay, never mind.
No, go ahead, Tixel. What is it?
I was about to try and ask if at some point people will be able to help me figure out how the fuck OBS works, but
Yeah, that's a later conversation.
yeah.
That's a few hours of
I
work.
was about to I was about to ask before we went live, hey, at some point would people be willing to assist? But then we went
Gotcha,
live, and
yeah.
now I am sad that information is out in the ether.
Which means at some point in possibly the near future, you can go see Procrastination at twitch.tv/. Oh shit, actually, speaking of segues, I almost forgot my fucking dice. You know what, Mara? Do you want to chill?
God damn
Oh
it!
god. Okay, sure.
God damn it, nature! I had an actual fun name that I was saving up for. Now I'm much further away from being able to.
Oh, okay. In that case, my apologies. If you would like to rebrand yourself, and announce yourself as that, by all means.
Oh no! Your points. Your point value
Points,
for naming
man.
things.
Yes,
Double
yes, I did
10K.
increase the amount of points so that people didn't fucking use it all the time. Looking at no one in particular.
10,000 is entirely unfeasible for me right now, sadly.
Almost
I
like
had
you've
a
been
fun name.
spamming the save function all the time.
Yeah, but I make a positive thing on that, just not positive enough to get to that. Damn.
I still appreciate it, Tixel, but it sounds like a you problem. Anyway, Mara, if you want to start us off.
Sure, yeah. So I'm Miss Markar. I'm a Witchy Bunny VTuber and a variety gaming VTuber. I play all sorts of things, though I will fully admit that my sleep schedule is all over the place considering my 3 a.m. stream this morning.
Yeah. I am cautiously leaving the rolled up newspaper off to the side for now.
Just makes me stronger. Just makes me stronger. Anyway, on to who wants to go after me? My tired brain still can't choose.
I was like, I don't know, I'm not the boss here.
Yeah, you
I
are,
hate to
you're
tell you
supposed
this,
to be.
nature, but
What do you mean? I'm just the narrator. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about.
Alright, I'll jump in.
Hey, Talon, go ahead.
Save the day from you indecisive folks. Hi, I'm Miss Talon. You can find me on Twitch. I do streaming a lot of times alongside Miss Marakar as we do collaboration farming and other crazy puzzling things and whatever really we want to do. But yeah, I do a few things on my own here and there. Yeah.
I also. Oh, one more thing I was gonna add, but before V, if you wish. I believe it is in 2 days. There are the plans of possible collab things.
Oh yes.
yeah.
I believe.
At least
That's when you get to shilling yourself there, nature.
With Talon Mar. All right. Listen here, you little shit. Yes, indeed. I believe Talon, Mara, and I are going to be playing some motherfucking Dinkum. Which is... I have played a little bit. Let's say a little bit. I played a decent bit of the early access, though a lot of updates have happened since I've played, and it's going to be very, very interessante. Seeing what fresh hell I'm about to walk into with these two. But it's fine. I have dug my grave and I shall lie in it. It's fine. But yes, V, if you would like to shill your shills, you have floor.
Hi, I'm V, or Beatrix. You can find me on Twitch, Beatrix VT. I don't normally sound like this, I promise.
Yeah, yes, I also realize you are very sick.
I have been afflicted with the ick.
No.
I'm an ASMR and variety streamer. I play a lot of games and just, chill, have a good time. Who's next?
I would give you a hug if I could.
Thanks.
Yeah. I can't because A, internet, and B, cooties. Unfortunately. But yeah.
Reason why the government told you to avoid us becoming friends across the gender gap because we would be too strong otherwise.
I'm gonna act like I understood what you just said. Tixel, you want to shill?
I currently have nothing to shill, and what I could possibly shill, you already have done so.
That is fair. Yes. Yes. There is a possible rebranding and
No, there's not a
future
possible
streaming
rebranding.
stuff.
You completely misunderstood what I said.
Oh, I am confuzzled.
There was no possible rebranding.
Oh.
There's an
okay.
impossible rebranding. Got it.
Gotcha. Cool. Oh, god damn it. Sorry. In the Roll20 code, just put rebranding. You know what? Just for that, I'm putting in the spotlight code. What wisdom do you have to give us?
Go follow all these awesome people. I'm just along for the ride.
Damn. All right. Fair enough. In the meantime, I'm here. Hi. I'm a person, I guess.
Mood.
You know what? There you go. There's the shilling. Hi. If you're here, congratulations. You're watching a stream. That's all I can promise. I'm sorry. I can't promise anything else than you've watched a stream. Maybe it's a D&D stream. I can't really confirm. It is indeed the most stream of all time.
Congratulations, you clipped some buttons and found yourself on Twitch.
It is definitely a thing.
Just pour all the dice. Oh god, I haven't picked colors. You know what? Eeny, meeny, miny. V, sick person, gets privilege. Pick a color.
Purple.
Nice, purple it is. And then... Shit. Eeny, meeny... Tix will pick a color.
One moment.
I keep forgetting you pull out you keep trying to pull out weird fucking names for colors. I'm waiting. Maybe pull out the hourglass.
Hold on. Skobeloff.
What common color is that closest to?
Teal.
Alright, blue it is. Great. And I suppose with all of that shilling done... Fucking hell. I suppose that only really leaves me one other question to ask before we dive any further. Perception music. Is everyone ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Undecided.
Great. Well, at least you're honest.
Earlier in Call of Cthulhu, I drank a shot glass full of yellow bile.
That's wonderful, Tixel. That doesn't answer the question.
Just more worries and questions.
No, I've just grown to expect shit like this coming out of Tixel's mouth.
Yeah, no, I sometimes I can get nature with like left hook, but oftentimes I cannot.
You have to catch me you have to catch me pretty early on an odd day sometimes.
On an odd day, it has to be raining, and there has to have been a dog sacrificed under Jupiter.
Nah, it's a little outdated.
That doesn't mean people don't still do it. Come on, have you never heard of retro?
So could the players please tell me what happened last time? Fucking hell.
We split the party.
My sniffer...
and none of us died yet.
Yeah,
oh god damn! Oh god,
actually.
sorry. OBS just caught up on the thousands of dice Rio rolled earlier. Hold on.
Just click
Yeah,
the
hold on,
screen. They'll go away. They're not scary.
There we go. Don't worry. Thousands of roll 20 dice won't hurt you.
Anyways, my sniffer did a good job, and we found a lot of evidence towards the body that they never found before, which is kind of alarming because all it really took would have been like a cursory glance of the surrounding area. And you'd think that, you know, investigators would have that kind of ability, but...
I mean, none of these guys are detectives.
I was to say, yeah, these are just the guard of a hamlet.
Yeah, this is the most activity they have had, the most action they have had in this village for fucking months.
Well, that's fair, but at the same time, you'd hope that, like, the defenders that are supposed to keep your people safe would be able to do a bit better than just one man who acted like a dog for 5 minutes.
Does anyone recall anything else that happened last time we left our heroes?
Ale and Rio found a really suspicious book.
So we went to the library. We were hunting around for different things, and Rio lockpicked the door to the library so well we didn't even need to touch the lock. Under the floorboards, we found the silver swan brooch of Jeonwen, and then Rio found a request purchase for the Grail in its kiln by Acacia's Husher, which seems like it was denied, but implies that there was someone else wanting to buy it. A note that says, "For Bella, find the book on waterfowl, and then you can sleep."
Wink.
Then when we were looking around the library, we just randomly found that book, and behind that book, there was a hidden switch that Rio noticed because I was too busy looking through the book. Upstairs, we discovered... Oh, and I should say that button dropped down a big ladder that we went up to a hidden loft area. And from there, we noticed a book with a wrinkled hand on it, and there was a warm glow from the gemstone in my pocket.
Yes, that was the one thing I was going to clarify. You said earlier it was not the book that glowed; it was the crystal.
Yeah, I had that all.
Yeah, as Mia put it in chat, I interrogated a guy and felt really bad about it afterwards. Yeah, that's fair. Bradgolf did seem pretty dejected, pretty frustrated after that encounter.
Yeah, without getting too meta, I realized like halfway through that interaction that I was I was clearly in the wrong, and this man was very clearly upset. But I had to keep pushing.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'm already in the deep end. Might as well keep swimming.
Is it perhaps what your character would do?
Regrettably, yeah.
I would
it's
say
almost
shut
like
up, but
we
this is
don't
the
use
one
that-
instance where it is actually accurate.
It's almost like that has just been misused by people to justify being an asshole to their party, as opposed to actually being all like, no, this is
What?
actively in character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like, oh, it's what my character would do. Yeah, and your character isn't being fun. That's the long and short of it.
You
But yes.
could and have an interesting character. It's just about the rest of the party and communication. Legitimately, just communicate with the party.
I believe the term I have heard describing that sort of person is referring to them as a wang rod. Anyway, but yes.
Where are we gonna go on this tangent?
Yes. Anyways, ADHD Brinko Burr. Sorry. Is there anything else the party recalls that they feel is important to note?
Let's see.
Ron got some kid drunk.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I
He
gave
was
the
of
kid,
legal drinking age.
He's of legal drinking age. He likely has probably, if this is somewhat realistic, which knowing nature, Nordarth is slightly accurate to the medieval era. Clean drinking water and all that.
Yeah, the water.
It's
The drinking
just
water is
that
clean.
I actively gave him moonshine.
Yep.
I gave him moonshine, told him it would put hair on his chest, and then left the bottle with him. Which, by the way, does have like a crude label of the bar that he works at.
Of course it does. And so after possibly turning a young traumatized, he's a kid, we'll call him a kid, into a future alcoholic. I think that's
Ron never suggested that drinking is the true solution to his problems, just that it would help. Anyways.
Well, we'll see what happens. I believe that is all of the important things I wish to note. I believe is important to note. And so, ergo, I believe now it's time to decide to whom the fates. Who's getting inspiration?
Uh-oh.
Oh, shoot, we lost a bot.
Yeah, that's just a bot.
Oh, that was
You never set the music to loop.
It's fine. I'll be bringing in different music anyway.
Fair
First
enough.
and foremost, hit. Oh my god, I keep rolling ones. Rio gets a point of inspiration.
Ooh, that's my third.
Alright, come on.
Alright, you have a third. That means that you can just spend on a free nat 20. All three.
Come on, you bitch.
In case that has not been communicated already. As nature fights his dice.
Fuck it. Okay, finally. It's a 2, in which Mew gets a point of inspiration.
I'm trying to remember how many Braun has.
Yay.
It should be on your character sheet.
It's a wonderful tracker on the character sheet.
I know, but I don't think I've been tracking.
Mine clearly says 0.
So is it a forced nat 20 or is it turning a 1 into a 20?
It turns a success into a critical success or a failure into a critical failure.
Ooh, okay.
So, yeah. And so I believe it is about time we start getting into things. Shit, no, I will actually. Hang on, give me a minute to grab music.
Wait, would that wouldn't work with strain, would it? Holy shit, would it?
We'll save it for when it becomes prevalent.
When it becomes relevant, that is correct. point, I do not need to worry.
And so now, I would, now because we are still, the party is still currently separated, I would like to kindly ask everyone, of course, except for Ale and Rio, to mute their mics. And so... Sorry, pardon, one more moment, please. Final thing I needed to grab. There we go. We return to the furred and feathered duo in the cramped, dusted loft of the Crossroad Library, chill creeping up through the open latch and down both of their spines. Together, they enter and gaze upon not only the ramshackle abode of a hidden denizen of the library, but a series of leather-wrapped parcels that seem to cause Ale's mysterious golden shard to faintly illuminate the room in soft, flickering flashes. One of the parcels is empty, unraveled and tossed aside onto the floor at the base of the pile. What do you two do?
So you'd mentioned there was a book with a wrinkled hand, but we hadn't had a chance to really look into that.
You know what? Roll a perception check, I'll say, real quickly.
Can I aid that? How does that work? Never mind. Doesn't matter.
No, you
in
generally
this case,
can't
no.
aid perception.
Yeah, in this case, no. 19. To clarify the point from made previously, as you head over to the pile of wrapped parcels, you look over at the empty one that's on the ground. That is the one you see has the engraved in the leather. There is the mark of an emaciated, outstretched hand. That is the one parcel that is empty. However,
Okay.
there is a pile of we'll call it book-shaped parcels that all have other symbols on them. It seems as you look down and you
Alright.
presumably start filtering through. Do you want me to go down the list?
Sure.
Okay. Of course, the empty one is the emaciated, outstretched hand. The next one is shows a picture of a broken egg. Its yolk growing a plant stalk. The second one is shows a symbol of a pupiled sunrise, almost as though the sunrise is an eye looking over a hill. The third is a burning hand clutching a bolt of lightning. And the fourth is a dead tree in a barren field.
Alright, so that's sort of what, like, the packaging, kind of the
Yes,
wrappings for them have?
yeah, that's the
Alright.
symbols on each of them.
Yeah. Alright,
Ria, is there anything you're
I'm
doing as
going to-
Ale's going through the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'll let you ask. Yeah.
No, I'm just interested. I'm interested in the same thing, so I'm just watching.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go towards that first book, the one that's kind of out of the packaging then? Out of the wrap?
Which one do you mean?
The one with the wrinkled hand one.
Oh, sorry, that one is empty. There is
oh,
there
it's
is no
empty,
book
empty.
inside.
Okay. Okay. It's just an empty wrap. Okay.
Yes, is an empty parcel. Yeah, empty wrappings.
All right. Then I guess I'll pick up, but not like open one of the one on the top there, which I guess would be the one with the broken egg.
Correct.
I'll just pick it up and I'll look over the parceling. See if there's anything of note, any explanation of why it's all bundled up.
Roll investigation, I'll say. Eight. Yeah, you're not really familiar with any of this branding, any of this insignia. I mean, clearly these were wrapped specially. Like, this is very, very decorative or very ornate-looking wrappings or coverings to keep these books in. So presumably they were important for this person or for transport. But outside of that, yeah, you don't recognize any of the symbols, whether they're insignias or what they really indicate. Outside of maybe just what type of book is inside, but I don't know.
Would I recognize any of them? From
Unfortunately, no.
No? Okay.
I guess I will open the packaging on this one.
On the egg one.
Yes. See if I can glean some further information from within.
Yeah. You uncover it, and it's a fairly plain, sort of green covered book. No real major any pictures or decorations on the front. The title on the top simply reads "The Colors of Birth."
All right. I will. Hey, we're looking for a book. I guess I will just start opening all of these, just on the off chance that the book is here and in one of these.
All right.
So, just
all right.
going down the chain.
Pull out your notes.
Yeah.
The one with the egg, as of course described, the colors of birth.
Yeah.
The pupiled sunrise, which I will say with your I'll say with the 19 perception, you do note that the crystal seems to be glowing the brightest when near this book in particular. The one for the one with the pupiled sunrise is the Kisiknol Portolin, 1589. That's the one with the pupiled sunrise. The burning hand clutching the bolt of lightning is those quaking hands of Earthkin. And the dead tree in the barren fields symbol, the book, and that reads "Before grave, before stars." And unfortunately, there is no, you don't see the book that you're looking for.
All right, had to take a look at least. But that is interesting that my stone had the most reaction to one of them. So I am going to, now that I've confirmed that none of these books are actually the one we're at least on the hunt for, I'm going to investigate my own personal mystery here by taking the stone out and bringing it closer to the book.
Okay.
Can I take the pouches or the other books pouches?
The leather, the wrappings they were in?
I want the symbol.
Oh, the symbol. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
If you want to scoop those up, by all means.
Perfect.
But yes, as you bring that up to it, this is gonna sound weird. Are you proficient with navigator's tools?
No, just cartographer's tools.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, we'll just say this will be a straight intelligence check. soft 20. Fucking hell. So as you bring over, as you start kind of skimming through and start flapping through the different pages. Also, first off, a portolan is essentially a group of like nautical charts. For it looks like for various different locations. This seems to cover mostly the uncaged coast in Ibu Sheget, basically the coastline of New Arcaster and the islands beyond. As well as the safest routes overseas to reach them. There is a note beneath the front cover stating this as the, quote, unedited edition before the clergy of the Tide Father got to it. And as you then pick up that stone and then bring it over the book, you see the ink that this book seems to be written in actually start to glow and become translucent. Almost shimmering and reflecting in the lights, and kind of like sort of sparkling and shimmering in sort of in pattern with these sort of glimmers that the stone itself seems to give off.
Okay.
And as you're skimming through, trying to make sense of things, I mean, a bit. You're familiar with making maps, and so you've at least seen a handful of maps of the areas around Everton and some of the ports around there. You do see a few names you don't recognize offhand, but the most I'll say is that to really get much more information out of this is something you'd have to sit down and like read or analyze for a long span of time.
Totally understandable.
But yeah, like you're definitely getting a sense like something's weird about this book.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket that book.
Okay.
Then.
Doing anything else with the other books?
I will bring the stone close to those books just to see if it has any reactions around those.
No effect. No. It seems to mostly react to the ink of the yellow book, the Kiziknol Portola.
Yeah. All right.
If AL doesn't take the yellow books, I'll take them as well as the sleeves they were in.
All right, sure. In that case, if you would like to add all of those other books to your inventory,
three of them. It was two of them, right? Or how many was there?
There's three others.
Other three, yeah.
Because she has the color. I see what I'm missing. Cool.
I have the Kiziknol Portolan.
Yeah, you have the Portolan. All right. Anything else you'd like to do in this space? One thing I will state as you are as you're looking around in here, you do see through a very small like window off to the opposite side of this loft here. It is seemingly getting around midday since you guys have started your investigation, and it seems to be getting colder actually as the day is going on.
Okay. It's getting colder up here.
Just over the time that you've been in the library.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around the room here. Is there any other things of note? Any other hints on what might be up with our missing individual? Because we don't know they've even been found.
Yeah.
Or what state or anything.
Yeah. The only other thing you can see in this room is the hammock.
Yeah.
That seems to have been disturbed recently. Everything else does seem to have a pretty decent layer of dust on it, of like old crates and like, you know, tarp covered barrels and stuff like that.
All right, there's old crates and barrels.
I'm just gonna head back down the ladder.
I'm gonna grab Rio and point him towards the barrels and crates and sniff. Is there anything of note?
I'm already going back down the ladder.
Jumps out of my hands and goes down the ladder. All right, I guess there's nothing then. I don't know what else there would be here for us.
Yeah, at this point, I will say it seems as though you found just about everything.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna head down. It looks like the book is indeed missing, which is unfortunate. There was a sliver of hope that we'd find it in the library still, but that feels like it has been extinguished.
Yeah, the librarian's dead, so I kind of just want the symbols just in case someone might recognize them. Who knows? Might be important later.
And I think it's probably around this time that I think it's a safe bet to presume I can say words. Sorry. It's around this time that the rest of the party begins to reconvene in the town, roughly in the town grounds, the town square, from their various ventures.
Alright, I think some of the others were just stepping away for a moment, but they'll be right back.
That's fair, yeah.
Oh, no, they're back.
Yeah, and yes, everyone can unmute their mics.
Hi. Yeah, I forget, is it UA that has the stuff that was found?
Yes, I have the shoe, the bag. Oh, what is that? Yeah.
I believe it was
Shoe,
just
the
the bag and
bag.
the satchel.
Yeah,
Sorry, the shoe and the satchel.
The shoe, the satchel, and the arrow.
Yes, there was an arrow too. Yes, correct.
And I think a little bit of hair.
A crossbow bolt.
Yeah, there were a
There's
few
also,
strands of black hair.
Yeah.
We put that in the bag, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we grabbed literally everything we could.
Yes.
Oh, exactly.
You have removed all of the evidence from the crime scene.
Collecting it.
Because we have the people were there. The one guy was there to collaborate that we found the evidence, and we are bringing it back to possibly, if they have any way of doing so, identify.
I mean,
but yes.
Let's see. Yeah.
But yeah, all I was gonna say is yes. It's at this point after some opening and closing of the large creaking gates. It is only within a few minutes the party kind of spots each other in the now fairly empty Crow Ross grounds, which was once bustling with activity, probably not even a few hours before.
Braun's still kind of fighting. Like he did some sniffing, and I imagine there's still a lot of sense in his nose, and so he's kind of trying to rub against it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the farther you get away, at least the easier it is to kind of manage. You kind of need to clear your sinuses a bit.
Yeah, probably on the way back. I just keep looking at all the markings of the trees and just kind of noting what the one guard said, but doesn't quite make sense. It's like, yeah, griffin scratches, but where they are and how they're being applied doesn't make sense. At least for his knowledge.
Nothing against the animal, but griffins and hippogriffs aren't usually this calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, just kind of
can be, but
just quietly musing that, like not even muttering, but just kind of thinking that as I looked at each of the markings as we're heading back to town.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Braun just kind of looking on. So what'd you get?
Hmm.
When the party kind of reconvenes, Braun's gonna kind of like look to the others. So what'd you get? Bless you, by the way.
I will bring out the Silver Swan Bridge that we found, the purchase request, and the book on, or the note and the book on waterfowl.
Oh, you took the waterfowl book too? Okay.
Yeah. It's related to a note.
We found quite a bit. We think might be hippogriff markings.
Griffin.
Griffin, sorry. I'm a little combobulated right now.
I'll also tell them how that we discovered the upstairs area where it looked like someone could sleep.
Yeah, if you want to cast exposition to just, or if you want to spend a few moments to just relay everything above game, that's also fine.
Yeah, the only thing I don't share about what I've discovered is the Cousinol portal and how it reacted to my stone.
I can't cast exposition, but I can manifest information, if that works too.
Alright, that's great. Alright, that's great, Tixel. Expedition is a level 0 spell, actually, and it is available to every class, so kindly fuck off. No.
But I don't get magic. I'm joking.
Shut!
It's innate spell-like ability.
Thank you.
Let's see. We did collect a few things that we found out in the woods as well. Additional things for analysis.
A slipper that matches one that has been said to be one that, like the one that our the information was that we were told that it matches the kind that she wears.
Oh, yes. Yes, there were two scents they were similar. As if they both, as if they had, similar scents to the cologne, not the cologne, to the perfume.
Oh, yeah, no. The perfume smell, Bron's gonna cast exposition about that, like, followed the scent, ended up at a river, stopped there. Also scent of fear.
What was that, sorry?
The scent of fear.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. And there was a potential chance that maybe the book was being contained in the satchel, but yeah, because the satchel itself is empty, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
correct.
it was empty. We have
now you've stuffed it with
empty,
hair.
We are holding hair. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Being used for its original purpose.
Yeah.
Holding things. But it sounds like we've not checked on Jonwin herself. Should we go and check and see, or?
I'm very interested to see the body.
Indeed. Yeah.
The party heading over to the temple then?
Sounds good.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Again, doesn't take too long looking around to find the tall stained glass windows of the temple over here, alongside very sort of druidic, naturalistic iconography. This is clearly an elven building, a wood elven building. Seeing just seeing the braces, not the braces, the framing of the building itself seemed to be knotting and weaving together various branches together into one thick sort of knot, just going along the different support beams along the exterior.
My parents and all tried to get me to do an annulment in one of these. Didn't happen.
Sorry, they tried to do a what? I did not hear you.
They tried to perform an annulment in one of these buildings.
Oh.
Make it so he didn't marry her.
Ah.
Mhm.
So who's the first to walk in?
Ron's waiting for someone else to do it.
Fuck it. I'll go in first.
Mews going first. Alrighty. Yeah, you open the doors, and immediately you were greeted by the smell of. Thanks, Talon. The smell of this very, like, it almost reminds you of green tea. This very herbal smell, like smelling, and incense, or almost like matcha. Yes, Braun. We'll get to you in a minute. Fucking hell. Every time I mention anything involving nostrils, you two are gonna go haywire. Anyways. Yes, there is the sense.
Come on.
There is the earthy scent of incense as you walk into this room, along with a little bit of blood, a little bit of the scent of blood, and that sort of like sickly, sort of sweet smell of decay. Almost the very very faint whiffs of it on the air.
Nothing unusual.
Mm-hmm. The main I can never remember what the what's the name of the room with all of the pews in it? Is it or the chapel? The main chapel. As you walk into here, almost seems to be like partially a chapel, partially a training hall. Almost with certain statues and taxidermy. Animals and heads and whatnot seem to be well cut and shot and repaired. Also, sorry, yes, you had a question.
Is there an easy way to identify which saint this is too?
Religion check.
You got it. My religion is a 3, so the roll is a natural 1.
Oh no.
As you're kind of going through as you're looking through, looking at the different different stuffed animals, as in like taxidermy animals, you know that one really distressed looking taxidermy fox? If you've ever seen that meme.
I don't imagine that, but I will post in the Discord what I thought of when you said that.
Okay. Nonetheless, there is a one bit of taxidermy that you're looking at. It doesn't look terrified. It looks mildly concerned in a very human way. Just the look in the glass eyes, the way it was stitched together, and you're just kind of looking like, is that, what the fuck? as you're kind of caught for a minute. If anyone else wants to roll a religion check, you're all more than welcome to. 7. Yeah, Mio, unfortunately.
I just sent it to the other
I'm
one.
trying to find it.
Oh dear.
That's not a fox.
I know it's not a fox.
Oh yes, the one
God,
code
it's
sent.
what I thought.
The one code sent in DMs. Yes.
Yeah.
There's other good ones too. That is a good one. but,
True.
like,
That is true. That's the one I was thinking of. But yes, there are plenty of others.
Braun is just like staring at that, like internally. Me too, friend. Me too.
Mia with a 7. As you're looking around at the iconography, it's pretty safe bet that this is a saint under Sylvanus in some capacity. This is very wilderness, very wild focused. Almost like this looks like a weird mix between a temple and a hunting lodge, is the best way I can describe it. And Tallinn with a 10 and Rio with a 12. You don't really see this deity or this saint too much in the capital. But you've heard a little bit about Saint Ambera. Which I will grab that name real quick. Saint Ambera is the patron celestial of archery, hunters, and winged beasts.
Ooh.
Often also referred to as the Wood Warden. She's also usually very heavily equated with hunting animals. And as Mew, you're looking, your eyes kind of trace along, looking at the various trophies of various kills of times past. You see bones decorating smaller altars within little alcoves, amongst branches and woods. You look off towards a slightly ajar door, in basically a side door to the main chapel. That's very slightly open as the doors behind you just kind of slowly close. Something of a who is it?
I'm here. Well, we're here to assist with the investigation.
Don't recognize your voices. And there's a few moments of like rummaging in the back before
Braun's going to elbow UA and just be like
Yeah. One of my smaller hands reaches and puts up or holds up the brooch that the mayor gave us.
Yeah, just ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
For the last time, no one is able to see the body. And as she crests the doorway, in this sort of much thicker, almost not necessarily burlap, but just thicker fabric robes and gloves, with a small amount of blood tracing down the front of a sort of apron. You see this woman. You're not allowed to see the... But... Oh, like, she kind of stands there kind of stunned for a moment, like, what the hell am I looking at? Oh my god.
Oh, god damn it.
All I'll say is no. Unfortunately, no. And like she's like, her eyes briefly glance over, first kind of tracking like who made the voice, seeing the giant bee woman, and just like her head just kind of jolts back a bit before seeing the badge in one of your forearms, just like, but oh, the mayor was saying something about new guests. you're here for the investigation, right? Come in. As she just leaves the door open and just gestures with a hand, like,
Yeah.
just dumbfounded.
Juan moves in.
Just a small polite smirk and a nod. I wait for the others to go in first, though.
Yeah. Juan
Okay,
moves in.
so how much do you folks know already about the woman?
He
Ron's
did.
going to motion. Ron's just going to
Yes,
go.
I am well aware she's dead. It's like, she looks around like, who said that? She turned away to look at the body before turning back. Like, look around like, who? That wasn't you. Like, pointing at Braun, before eventually, like, just kind of mouthing under her breath, like, no fucking way. Looking down at the cat.
I is a token Tresem. He's a bit of a no. Wouldn't say that.
I'll just meow.
Very polite.
If anyone would like to roll an insight check.
just Braun comments, bit of a smart ass though. Fuck it, my insight's not the worst of my. That's four.
Mia with a nat 1, as you're looking at her, like trying to discern what's going on with her, your eyes slowly trail upwards to what can only be described as a moose trophy head doing the pog face.
Huh?
Nice.
Oh no!
Don't worry about it. No one else notices it. Anyway,
why is this town so obsessed with fucking meme?
Because it's the goddess of hunting or some shit. I don't know.
don't worry about it.
But it doesn't have to be in
Hunting the
form of memes.
dangerous in the countryside.
I believe everyone else except for Braun gets it because she rolled garbage. You see that brief split second of look on her eyes of like, there are several thoughts running through her head as like her ears kind of wiggle, which gives the indication of like the urge to pet is real, but now is not the time. Nor is it appropriate. That mental gymnastics going through her head briefly of like, I must resist. Now is not the time. I should move on.
Yeah, it's not the time to pet the kitty.
Mm-hmm. Like her hands briefly look down at her gloves, like, right, blood. Right. Vest. Sorry, what was it you said you knew about the woman?
Sound.
Does this? I'm trying to think of something to do.
If you want to cast exposition, that's also more than fine, unless you're leaving any specific information out.
Braun's going to essentially explain what he discovered, or what he and UA discovered.
Makes sense. That's the perspective that the two of us would know. And I kind of gesture with the objects found.
Yeah, show the brooch and
Should probably
mention
show
how we found this within the floorboards at the library.
Mind if I take a look? She gestures to kind of to reach out for the brooch. Do you give her the brooch?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of very delicately kind of picks up, kind of flicks it over, and she just kind of analyzes from it. Just, yes, yes, it is very similar to what was found in the body. She very gingerly hands it back. Oh, I am so sorry. I have not introduced myself. My name is Darren Avi. I am the head priestess here at the Temple of the Woodwarden. I'll give that name for everyone.
Yeah. Ron's just going to rather politely. He's gonna make a polite gesture, and like he did with the mayor, and just go Ron Quinnan.
Oh, please do not give me the formalities. But yes, that is good to see you are fairly well informed coming here. This does possibly explain a few things. If you would like, and she kind of like she goes to gesture over to one of the looks like a medical bed or a sick bed. It seems that there is a tarp draped over. Looks like essentially a makeshift like autopsy table. With what tools she has, what medical supplies she has on hand. Does everyone wish to see the body?
I have no problem with it.
Ron is going to
No
nod.
wishes, no.
Okay. Making sure if anyone was squeamish, and she flips over the tarp. And unfortunately, I do not have a picture of her, but there we go. There's a name update. You would see I pull up my notes. Give me a brief moment. You see a sort of a middle-aged elven woman. I say middle-aged. Maybe it's in her maybe late 30s, early 40s. Which in elven years would probably mean she's about roughly 80 or so. There are a few prominent cuts and scrapes all across her limbs and across her skin. Her dress is slightly torn. There are a few blackish purplish marks on a few different parts of the body you can see. She does not look great. She looks pretty her body is fully intact, but it looks kind of mangled, for lack of a better term. Or at least it like lightly just kind of scratched all over.
What color is her hair?
It is a dirty blonde.
Okay. Ron's going to note that.
Yeah.
The only other thing I found on her person was immediately in her dress pocket, and she reaches over to a separate table and picks up this looks like this small lock of hair, kind of braided into a knot. Looks like it's held together with some sort of wire. I'm not sure if this means anything to you, or seen anything in the investigation.
What color is this hair?
Black hair.
Ron is going to just kind of go, we found a couple locks of black hair near the crime scene.
Suppose it means whoever had this, whoever's house this is, was at the crime scene.
Remind me, what did we find the hair on again?
It was kind of snagged in the bushes near where the crossbow bolt was shot. Or I guess where the crossbow bolt landed, I should say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know if she was a particularly gifted individual with magic?
Well, I mean, she dabbled, as far as I understood, but she was not she was no archmage or anything like that. Unfortunately, I could not tell you much more.
I understandable.
She places the lock of hair down, like basically on like the nearby table, just for like if any for people to look at.
Does it look like my bracelet?
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check, Rio.
Braun's gonna look over at UA again and just kind of go, there's a table now for setting things down.
Sorry, I could not hear you again, Tixel.
I'm sorry, Braun's voice is soft, and apparently my mic doesn't like picking it up. Braun just basically was like, hey, Yui, there's a place to put down, like, evidence now so you don't have to keep carrying it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I probably go and lay out all the pieces, like, separately, and then probably look over to see, like what kind of clothes she's wearing. Is she missing a shoe? Things like that.
That's also immediately what Braun's doing as well.
Okay.
Looking to see if things match.
I'll say, in that case, for anyone who is investigating the body, I would say then roll either investigation or medicine. Either roll would give different information.
I'm going to ask, do I smell the perfume still over her?
Perception check with advantage because scent.
You got it.
Actually, this would be a straight roll. Just because
of all the other scents that are in here.
Of the other smells, and also just the smell of decay on that as well.
Can the cat assist him?
I'll say currently, because you're focusing on the bracelet and the hair. Currently, no.
Sounds good.
With a 13, Rio, kind of comparing the two, you can at least identify at least some of the hair braided into the bracelet does seem to be humanoid, the one that's around your wrist, along with another type that you can't really ascertain at first glance, whether maybe of another animal or maybe it's maybe humanoid of a different race of some kind. You don't know. The other hairs seem to be noticeably shorter in comparison, and so there's like this weird kind of fraying and weaving to it. And yeah, unfortunately with UA with a 7, yeah, she looks pretty messed up. Yeah, she, like I said, her body's kind of covered in cuts and scrapes. Her dress is torn. Like, you're not sure whether the marks on the sort of discoloration is from like bruising or from something else. It's like, it's pretty clear she got pretty messed up. Oh, and there we go with 18 with the medicine.
Yeah, that's fair.
And with an 8, yeah, it's a pretty thick concoction in here. It's a little hard to kind of piece together. Everything's kind of mixing
imagine
one into
Braun
another.
leans over to start sniffing, and the elf's just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, Darren kind of looks at you like, I beg your pardon, sir.
I should explain.
He seems to have a nose of things.
Yeah, he just goes, Ravenwolf sniffer. Helped us find a lot.
She
Not working well in here though, sorry.
she's gonna briefly try to grab your chin. Do you resist?
Not at all.
Okay. She will she'll very briefly kind of like hold.
As she grabs his chin, there's like a flash in his eyes of just like, you know, when a dog is like, oh, we're doing this now, I guess, and they look with like unwavering trust.
Yeah. Oh dear.
She holds your face kind of in place, like kind of pinning, kind of just gripping your chin by 2 fingers. Just looking into your eyes for a minute, looking over, looking at the hair, looking at the eyes. Just, yeah, you're not lying. And she lets go. And as that's happening, Ria with an 18. Are you okay? Are you focusing more on hold on a minute. Are you focusing more on the blackish purple marks on her body, or are you focusing on the cuts and scrapes? Like, it's gonna be all kind of up her limbs and on her like chest.
The purple.
Okay. The mark is roughly on the one mark you can see at first is roughly on the right side, right below the breast. Because unfortunately, as she is she's already been partially undressed, just for the sake of investigation.
Gotta look at the wounds on the body.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing creepy about it.
Yeah, basically, roughly on the right side, right below the breast. The mark alone looks very serious, but it seems as though, it looks serious, but it doesn't look fatal. It looks like a sort of impact, like maybe she went into shock, because of whatever sort of attack this was. Though you also kind of like seeing that, and the veins sort of blackened and visible underneath, you kind of follow that like a little bit of a trail up towards the neck, in which you can see looks like the windpipe is caved in as though it was collapsed, and there's a similar sort of like faint discoloration around that, right around the voice box.
Just to cover all our bases here, where they're all looking around and like trying to investigate the body through scientific and medicinal methods and all that, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. Braun's just gonna go. Is there a reason you did that?
Reason to what? Pardon?
He's asking her why she was looking at him so intently.
Oh, I've had a few run-ins with some not so savory sort trying to act like they had problems, just simply trying to get a date with me. And she just kind of like again similar. Let's go.
You guys and Dennis twitch and just an eyebrow raises.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, I was sniffing the corpse, not you.
I've had my fair share of interesting folk in the line of I'm not gonna get into it.
Wouldn't I want to know anybody would do that? So he's like raises his hand, like trying to absolve himself, like.
And also, unfortunately, with a 9, you don't really pick up any more information, specifically Mia. And for Tallinn, roll an Arcana check. 19.
Go Algon, go Algon.
You. Oh boy, I just realized this is the first time casting Detect Magic. So, for what's pertinent to the case. To start, you look around. And it seems that both the charm, the braid of hair wrapped up in wire, looks like a copper of some kind. Seems to be flashing some sort of magic, as well as the bruise on the side of the body, as well as the windpipe, or seem to be radiating as magic as well. Which one do you look at first?
I'm gonna look at the hair.
Okay.
First.
You are getting, first and foremost, this you're clearly getting some form of. Actually, let me check something real quick. Yeah. You're getting sort of faint hints of divination. Divination and hints of enchantment. And in terms of source, it's pretty clearly got that very familiar whiff of dark magic. And with a 19, kind of looking at the way it's made, it's clearly woven with intent. It's clean. The hair is cleanly cut and kept together with this band of copper wire. This was a magic charm of some kind that was given to her, it seems like. Or at least it's kept in a very private, kept very privately on her person at all times. This is a charm presumably bound or tied to another person. And I'll say because of your knowledge, this seems to be some form of witchcraft.
Alright, I will share all but the fact that it's related to, like, dark magic and witchcraft right away.
I'll say if you to investigate the bruises, that's going to take another Arcana check.
Alright. Yeah, I'll turn to the, next.
Even higher.
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
All my rolls are bangers, don't worry.
So, okay, this I'm actually going to need to look up something real quick.
Just the eyes dilate.
Is this a question of what type of spell was this? Hold on. I believe this is evocation, but I just want to double check. Yeah, the bruise on below the breast is still dark magic. However, so I'm a professional. No, I'm not. What am I saying? Yes. It is necromancy. The wound in particular, the bruise on the chest seems to be, and this definitely looks like a spell scar. This is magically induced necrotic damage. That was essentially aimed right. Essentially, it seems to have hit right around, basically where the heart would be.
Yeah, I was thinking aiming for the heart.
Yeah. And so the only thing about it, though, necrotic is never pretty. Magically, necrotic spell scars are never pretty. This doesn't look very clean, though. At least this, as if this doesn't, this wasn't. Almost seems like almost like a slash or a splash, kind of striking across it rather than just a focused, clear-cut shot, like straight in the location. So whoever did this, it was a bit sloppy. And similarly to the windpipe, you're getting weirdly enchantment around the voice box. Both enchantment and necromancy. And this weird mix of dark magic and green magic. Essentially, or nature magic. The type of magic that is typically used by druids or nature clerics, and similar types.
Alright.
As if whatever was done to the neck seemingly could be partially related to the chest wound, but they do seem to be from different sources.
Sounds good.
Anybody know of any enchantment magic to bind somebody or suffocate somebody?
I will say with a 22, you are not familiar with any spell. At least with Ale, you're not familiar personally with any spell that would cause, like, targeting specifically the windpipe like this. This is new to you.
Yeah, I'll share all of that information.
Yeah.
On the wounds.
I was getting the feeling it was some sort of spell scarring, but they don't have many. They don't have many casters around here. I mean, I don't think there are any that work for the mining company up in northeast, but then again, I'm not incredibly familiar with all of this stuff.
Why would the mining company be important?
Well, I mean, it's the mining company, does the man not tell you?
No.
The Mountain Oaks Mining Company has been here for a few months. At least as far as I know, there was a last folks who came in here before you, gesturing to all of you. So we haven't heard hide or tail. They don't talk with us. They don't go into town very rarely. I mean, even their foragers. I mean, they'll talk to some of the folks who hunt in town, but that's usually over just arguments over who got the kill. I have never seen any of them set foot in town, or if it has been, it's been whenever I haven't seen.
I'm also going to ask, does the name Cassius Husher mean anything to you?
I swear I've heard that name before, but I can't put my finger on it. Is it... Maybe did he run the hospital?
Hospital?
Oh God, it's been so long since I've I have studied field medicine. I could not recall for the life of me. I think they were a doctor or a healer of some kind. I could not tell you though.
Thank you.
All right.
Did
So
that name come up during the investigation?
Only circumstantially.
Okay. Just curious. Sorry. I sadly couldn't find much else in particular about this. Looking down. Now back to Ale. As for everything else that picks up as magic immediately.
Yes.
So, going down the list, of course you have, Darren's holy symbol, which seems to be, it looks like a little arrowhead, kind of tied around her neck. You do also see, looking at your compatriots, of course, if they have any spellcasting foci on them, there's that. Brand's not radiating anything, weirdly enough. At least nothing obvious offhand.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess, actually, hold on. What is your... I'll say make one more Arcana check.
What is my what?
No, this is Ale. Ale, make an Arcana check.
What
Another 22. What the fuck are these rolls?
The owl sees all.
So there is the faintest silvery kind of shimmer that you can kind of see around around Braun's form. Almost kind of going from the very the sort of the base of the skull, kind of going down the spine. Is kind of where you can see it concentrated most. But it is very difficult to see.
I would say that you have seen Braun perform magic-like feats.
Mm-hmm. And you've
Well,
at least heard
also only a dream.
stories. Yeah. And this is also the most that you can scan this up as that this is essentially ether or soul or mana, or whichever term you've seen used to describe it. The quote unquote fourth strain of magic, or fifth strain of magic, sorry, that whether or not is actually magic.
The live stream. Oh wait, wrong game.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
kind of.
Kind
But
of.
not quite.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Exactly.
Not incorrect. Not correct.
Exactly.
it is primarily present in especially sapient life. You know, monks, talents, barbarians, fighters, etc. And so that, as well as, of course, you have Miu's mallet, Yue's bell, Rio's bracelets, and Braun's doll, and of course your own shard are radiating different spectrums of magic that you don't recognize.
Okay, and I will not pry heavily into them at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Out of partially out of respect for my compatriots, and knowing that we all kind of came across these things and they're weird.
Mm-hmm. Apparently they're magical. Weird.
And if you ask Braun, he'll ask you to look into it. Like, what does this mean? But yeah, you don't.
Same.
Well, I mean, now you kind of know that I can see magical auras and stuff if I try.
It's
Yeah,
very true.
yeah.
So
Everyone
if you want me to approach this,
Yeah,
by all
everyone
means,
else
but I'm not gonna pry.
watches. Yeah, everyone else watches as Ale kind of mutters an incantation for a few minutes.
for basically 11 minutes before I got all this information.
Are you able to cast it at will as a racial effect? Or am I misremembering?
I'm only able to do it as a
ritual. That's what it was.
Yep.
So
And
yeah.
then that takes 10 minutes to do.
Do witches get ritual casting?
They do.
This is
is
a
special.
racial thing.
Not Florida.
Yes. And everyone kind of briefly watches for a minute after the incantation finishes. Ale's eyes open, and you can almost see twin galaxies in the eye sockets, where the pupils would be. Almost you see the reds and oranges and violets. For a moment, as the eyes kind of gaze around the room, kind of shimmering and flashing different colors. As she almost like she's a tiny fucking planetarium in her eyes as she gazes around.
Great. Now I just have
it fades.
I just have a terrible 80 song stuck in my head now. Well, it's not terrible, but
Just a gentle
Before anyone says yes, I
nod
didn't
as
de-drink.
Braun notices.
And yeah, that's what you find, at least in the immediate area.
All right.
Anything else? Anything else the party would like to look at?
I'd like to get a closer look at that little bundle of hair.
Sure. Yeah. In that case, if I'll say it's the Arcana-based information has mostly been gathered. If you want to roll a perception check.
Okay.
I think I have my own theory of what that is.
God fucking damn it.
Oh, almost. It's almost in that 20. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can clearly tell it's humanoid. You know, I mean, it's clearly a different color. than what the victim's body, his hair is. I mean, it's clearly a magical charm of some kind. I mean, outside of what information you've already gathered. Sorry.
Can I sniff it?
Sure.
If I
You do have two
recognize it?
sniffers?
I'll say just offhand, no, you do not recognize the scent.
Okay.
Mm. Yeah, really the only other investigation thing that Yui would have, just from her own knowledge base, would just be like, yeah, making sure for the items, maybe see where maybe some markings might match up with, because what the strap on the bag was cut, right?
It was cuts. Yeah, it was cuts,
Yeah.
and there were handprints.
Handprints. So yeah, just trying to see how that matches up on the body without without having to silhouette the items over. Just
Right,
kind
yeah,
of,
without like slapping her hand on the handprint.
exactly. Yeah, just kind of.
I'll say this will be
Undisturbed.
investigation. Yeah,
Investigation.
Just to
Okay.
compare and
Oh, yeah.
contrast. 4. The most I will give you
I guess.
is that the handprints are a lot thicker on the satchel than they are on her hands are dainty.
More than fair.
So different, at least different handprint, at least probably different handprints, or wearing gloves. I don't know.
More than fair. More generous than you.
I mean, there
Debate.
would be Braun and Yui's handprints, wouldn't there?
Well, that is possibly yes. But depending on how delicately you've been handling this satchel at this point.
Fairly gingerly. I've probably been holding just onto like the.
I presume
the
you've
severed
been
ends of the
careful
strap.
not to contaminate it too badly.
Well,
Yeah.
to the best of our abilities, that doesn't mean Braun isn't clumsy.
That's also true.
That's why you.
It's also been. It's also was like buried under leaf litter and mud. So.
Yeah. As I say, probably this whole time, like, Yui's probably been carrying it with like one of her smaller hands, just holding onto the ends of the severed strap, just because. Yeah. Again, minimal contact. Yeah. It's cut and minimal contact. On top of the fact, her hands look quite a bit different than most other people's.
Yeah, they're like smooth. They're smooth and segmented.
Smooth and smooth segmented chitinous.
I have not seen many of your kind before outside of diagram. Sorry. Right, body. It is odd how very quickly you start to dehumanize someone. I am so sorry. Or defadenize? Does that be the term? Anyway. She just looks back towards the corpse. If there is no more autopsy to be done, I think I should probably start preparing the body for burial. I mean no disrespect. Given the fervor of the townsfolk, and also just out of concern for the body in question, I would just like to make sure that the person is laid to rest and made at peace with before any returning spirits cause any problems. I would rather us not have a second terror on the loose.
Yeah, what's that?
Second.
Do you know where the mining company's closest place to look at is?
I don't understand. I'm so afraid. Sorry.
I mean, we could go to the quarry.
Well, I'm just trying to find out, like, the mining company has been mentioned. They might be a source of leads.
Oh,
Asking
if you're looking for
that.
the Mountain Ox Mining Company, they set up camp essentially in the base of the quarry, northeast of here. You might be able to see some of their cooking fires. It's a bit of a hike, though. It that quarry was abandoned for several years until they were hired to come back in to prospect to see if there's anything of value. And the infrastructure is not maintained. I am, to be frank, I'm surprised they took the job, but nah. She kind of like gives like a stern like look on her face.
But you're not Frank. You're sorry. Bad joke.
I appreciate the levity. Look, I really need to get to work, and the sun is starting to get a bit lower. I would prefer to get this done before sundown.
I don't make us keep you. As Braun's going to move over and like ready the door for helping people out.
I don't know if the mayor already offered you hospice is not the right word. Common.
We've got a room at the hall.
Thank you. Yeah, yes. That is if the mayor did not already offer you a room, I would have offered to pull out some blankets. Not in here. Not sleep in here. That would be a little
Glances at the body, thinks to himself, probably best.
Of course. But yeah, if I run into any problems, I'll find you at the manor.
Hi.
Okay, well, Hunter's swiftness to you all. If anyone needs any legs being splinted or any medicine, know where to find me.
Rest well, medicine woman. Where's your
And
good day.
you would just just a polite bound.
Yeah.
Quietly starts to head out.
And Braun's holding the door for everybody.
I'm gonna
All right.
I'm gonna brush up against her leg on the way out, just because she seemed very excited at the start.
All charisma.
Hope you didn't push it too
That's
much.
savings throw.
No, just a straight charisma check.
Yeah, just trying to make sure I didn't click the wrong thing.
16. As you briefly kind of like trace your body along, letting the tail kind of drag behind, there is this brief just, not now. She kind of whispers under her breath.
Wait, what'd she say?
Just
Not now.
like just whispering to stuff like, not now.
Must resist urge.
Mm-hmm. Must resist pet. It would be rude to pet a person on the head.
No matter how cute and fluffy they are.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if the wings are just mine. And with that, yeah, the door closes. And I will say this. As you walk back outside, you immediately feel the chill again. As like there isn't really any heavy wind. It's just like you immediately start seeing your breath as you walk out. It is getting very cold.
It is very chill.
Indeed, it is a like it isn't even wind chill. It's just cold.
Probably kind of almost a response to it is I give a little shake. It's like what fuzz that is currently exposed just kind of puffs out a little bit.
What time is it?
I would ask, who seems the coldest party members?
That's a good question. I think admittedly, I think as a, you know what, roll a con save, everyone.
Do I get an advantage for having fur?
Not enough. You don't have a winter coat, and I don't think, unfortunately. Fucking natural 20. Yeah, Braun and Yue are fine. They have some shaggier insulation, it seems, and just thicker
Braun's got
blood.
his leather armor and that fucking the tartan on, and he's like, "This is
And
what
body
this is made
hair.
I was gonna say, yeah, like if it's a proper tartan, then it's made of wool, and that shit is insular.
Yeah,
Ironically, it's Ale
it
who's
is in
actually
fact
kind of
proper.
shivering the most.
Yeah.
Underneath, like the
Braun
feathers and the robe.
Yeah. Braun's going to just approach, kind of like gentle pat on her side, caress of fire.
Oh.
Flames.
So you are set on psychic fire. It warms you, but there's not much else to it.
It lasts for maybe like halfway to the manor.
If it runs out, he's gonna do it again. And then once we're inside, he drops it.
It's like you're going from, the freezer to the refrigerator. It's not much. It's more so like you feel warmer rather than actually being warmer. You know what I mean?
Right, but that's the point.
Right. Like you're still shaking like a leaf, but you know, could be worse. But yes,
it counts.
Yes. It doesn't take too long before you reach the twin wooden doors of what you once used to be a bustling trade hub. Now most of the crates lying around and wagons just seem empty.
I'm just imagining someone looking outside their house and seeing a burning owl just nonchalantly walking through town square.
Yeah, it's like ghost fire.
where
It's like translucent almost.
Yeah.
I was saying, we're already such a motley looking crew as it is.
Yeah.
You
A
definitely
Noctura,
have some
a
eyes
Jamie.
looking at you, especially now that it's getting a little bit darker. Like it looks like some of the guards are going around to sort of light lampposts. Around like looks like one of the most recent fucking built construction here are these metal lampposts. Going around, and then there's just the very faint flickering of sorry. You do see after as you're getting close to the door, you do see from one of the gates kind of clear across, seeing the half-orc guard with the kid finally coming in. Seems like after talking with a few guards at the front
I
gate
believe
for
it is a range of 30 feet.
They're about I would say they're about 60 feet, 80 feet away.
I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, range is 30 feet. Never mind.
Yeah, they're talking for a brief moment before they kind of nod.
Careful.
Yeah, two other guards kind of nod and looks like they're heading back out of the gate, just switching post.
Does he have the bottle still?
He does.
Fair enough.
And he does. You know what? Roll insight. I'll say with disadvantage due to the distance, but
Oh, okay. Then I have to roll again and choose the lower of the results. I only rolled for one. 14. That's
not bad. You do notice that the half-orc is kind of propping him up a bit.
Yep.
Otherwise, it seems like the Colin is kind of is stumbling a little slightly, like he does need to lean his weight on the half-orc guy. He's either still drunk or has been drinking.
Poor kid. Hope I didn't just make 2 other people customer. He mutters to himself, as they're wandering in.
Yeah. Luckily, this seems to be at least like looks like they're heading towards one of the houses. So like they're
Yeah.
done for the day.
He's at least off post now.
Yes. He's not drinking on the job. Yes, and that is the last thing you note before you come into the very slightly better chill of the kind of sort of warehouse floor. Looks like is the warehouse floor retrofitted retroactively into like a the largest fucking foyer as you could possibly imagine. And it looks like you do see now several blankets have been laid out. Looks like several maybe like a handful of couches, like old couches have been moved over. Looks like the tarp to keep them from collecting dust was just removed. And then pulled out. There is the barest semblance of like a group, sleeping area, just ramshackle, waiting for you guys.
Getting on, Braun's going to try and tap out the cushions still, just to make sure.
They're a bit stiff, but they seem to be feather pillows at least.
Right. I'm just saying Braun's doing that to try and make sure there are no bugs in there.
Oh yeah, no, you stamp them for a minute. You're kind of going through it. There is a single moth that flutters off.
I'm gonna catch it.
Roll the hit.
The hit?
Yeah, we'll make an attack roll. Make an attack roll with your claws, or either your claws or your bite.
What was that advantage?
That's an 8. Everyone watches as the cat jumps like 5 or 6 feet in the air, to try to catch this moth. Just like almost, like swipe of the paw, stumbles, shit. Before you start falling, like, oh god, wait a minute, I'm gonna trust him, and you just kind of.
I was gonna say retroactively, could I have cast Glimpse on the moth?
No.
Cast a glimpse on the moth.
You don't need to touch it.
No, I just need to be 5 feet within 5 feet of it, and if it came out of the couch.
Either way, no.
That's not cast. I got the nomenclature wrong. Can
I understand what you meant.
Manifest.
Still no.
No, I get you. I'm just making sure that I am corrected.
I'm not correcting you, so shut up.
words.
No, I'm kidding. Anyways, yeah. By the time you go to flip around to try to go for a second swing, the moth is gone, Rio.
Unfortunate.
But yes.
How many couches were set up?
3. And it looks like the other there's 2 other basically like pillow nests. Basically 2 nests made of like pillows and blankets. To sort of like either arrange to your own desire or just curl up in.
Well, if we want, we could. My accent is falling apart again. If we want, we could make a fort. I haven't done that in a good while.
A fort?
Aye, you take some of the bits and you put them up as a makeshift fort. My son and I would do it when he was young. Pissed the wife off mad. She thought she'd always be the one who had to clean it up. I helped her every time, but sorry, just reminiscing. Anyways, who wants the couches?
I'm fine with the floor.
Mew, can you roll just a straight wisdom check for me?
I don't like that.
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no idea what you're
no.
talking about. As the
I've just
music, as the creepy
was
music
saying-
immediately
As the
comes in.
music
Yeah, the music.
blares.
That was
Explores a
perfect.
mimic.
A health
just
bar
been-
appears at the bottom of the screen.
Why do I
Oh,
hear? Why do I hear a Latin choir?
Oh no.
Inner turmoil is what the health bar is titled.
Just
Did
a
we somehow miss?
wisdom check.
Yes.
Check,
No.
not a save. Oh gosh.
16. The blackened bone that's in your pocket is still warm.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And now I'd actually also like this is gonna freak everyone out. Yue and Braun both wisdom checks as well.
Okay.
Oh no, I am
Uh-oh.
bad at those.
Oh no.
So is you, eh?
Apparently.
Yue, you feel cold. Braun, something specific on you is colder than the rest.
Oh
Well,
no. Do I know what it is?
Yeah.
I kind of shake myself again to try to bristle my fuzz again.
Yeah, Yue, you kind of feel like this chill running down your spine.
Mm.
Almost. Braun, yeah, you immediately kind of like you note for a minute like, is that? And then you reach into your pocket and your palm immediately starts to feel cold as well, gripping the doll.
That's actually only gonna make him like kind of grip it just a little tighter. Like almost as if like no, this cannot be cold. Like trying to warm it.
quick, cast Caress of Fire.
On the doll?
Oh jeez.
No. It can only be cast on people or manifested upon people, to my knowledge, right?
One
Yeah,
willing
willing
creature.
Yeah.
Well, then you'll
Or
know that the
is
doll is a
it?
creature
Yeah.
or not.
So Braun, yes, you do feel, like I said, it as much as you keep trying, it doesn't get warm. As you keep trying to like hold it tight, you're kind of trying to trap any sort of outside cold from it. Though you do still feel this weird sort of pull towards it, or this weird sort of just connection or attachment.
And I'm guessing I can't. I don't have the ability currently to try and identify it further.
Can you?
Can I?
I don't know, can you?
What would I roll to? DM?
What do you try? Bitch.
I mean, I don't have anything
Quick,
in
what's
particular.
your highest skill?
But my highest skill is Constitution, but I'm not sticking it anywhere
No,
near
no,
in my
skill.
body. So
Skill.
Skill, not a tribute. Skill.
my highest skill, history.
Why do dolls get cold?
History of dolls getting called.
No, like the thing is like. Would I recognize it from either of my kids?
Mm-hmm.
And I've already tried that, and I came up with nothing. May I try again?
I'll allow it.
Alright, here we go. 24.
Oh, that was almost in that one. 24.
Was it?
Yeah, the dice is kind of cocked on my screen.
Right.
Anyways, you feel it's difficult to describe. feels like a memory, almost a powerful one, or the absence of one. That's difficult to explain. Though you definitely feel like now that you've kind of like the more that you kind of process this and like are looking at it, you kind of get this hook or this lead. Like you feel like this goes somewhere. Not in any one direction, but there's something more to this. I'll just say with 24, you can attune to this item.
Oh boy, yeah, how do?
Well, I believe the standard rules in 5e, actually, as I adjust my glasses, if you essentially spend an hour, yes, you can, yes, in 5e you can attune to magic items. I believe you need to spend an hour with the object, essentially just concentrating or focusing with it. And I forget how many.
3.
Is it 3? There are 3 attunement slots.
3. Unless you're an artificer or take certain feats.
Yeah, not every magic item requires attunement, but typically,
yeah. It typically states whether it does or not. Yeah.
Okay.
Usually ones with more unique effects, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is the rest of the party doing as Bronze seemingly staring into the middle distance?
Ron is going to try and open his third eye and attune to the dog.
Yoi's probably eyeing one of the piles of like one of the nested piles, and is probably pulling out like her bedroll to wrap over herself, just to try to fight this chill. And she's just feeling coursing in her.
Did Rio not feel any chills or anything like temperature changes?
Sounds like
not especially compared to inside. Okay. No.
I'd like to dig deeper into figuring out what this mallet is.
Okay. How do you attempt to approach it?
I'm examining it as some sort of it's some sort of magical tool, and I'm trying to discern its purpose and its function, basically.
Sorry, I only just looked back at Discord to see you changed your icon.
Oh yeah, I did that a while ago.
I didn't notice until now. Okay. Sorry. Yes, you would. I'll say what tool sets are you skilled with or proficient with?
Thieves' tools and tinker tools.
Sure. Make a skill check with. I'll say make an intelligence check with Tinker's tools.
Can I burn? I'm gonna burn my inspiration.
Okay.
Come on, give me this. Give me this, please.
Even higher, 16. You're looking at it for a minute. It's still hard to tell what kind of bone this is. I mean, it feels weighty in the hand. As you're kind of briefly, just kind of wielding it, like, not swinging it, but you know what I mean? Just kind of like feeling it, feeling the weight in your hand. Like, this could be a weapon. And as you kind of lightly tap it against a metallic piece, one of the metallic pieces of your, just your tool sets, you hear a ring in your ear. Not from the metal, not from the bone. You hear it in your skull, but it sounds distant, almost. And it's like you're hearing some sort of bell chiming miles away, even though it's right there between your ears. And as you're kind of eyeing this up and down, you're kind of processing it. Like, you're kind of feeling like you're kind of getting a feeling of connection of like there's some sort of a weight here. There's some sort of power here. There's something deeper to this than just a piece of something.
Mm-hmm.
You can attempt to attune to this item.
Absolutely, I'll do that.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Anything else, or just people setting up the blankets?
To attune, does it have to be only attempting to focus on the item?
It is your primary focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ron's going to also be unequipping armor and getting ready to sleep because do not want to get those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as we're settling in for the night, I'm going to spend time investigating the other book I found in my crystal more together. Since you said that most of the information from it would probably take longer to decipher and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. So, I'll say for this, if you want to roll a... Yeah, I'll allow this to just be a straight investigation roll. $15. Your instinct at first is to start kind of seeing how it interacts with the book. Like seeing like is it reacting to specific information? To like you start looking at city names, looking at the lines of the nautical charts. Maybe even like latitude and longitude, something. Before you realize, looking at it's the ink itself that the shard seems to be reacting to. There is this like normally looking at it, it's black. But as closer and closer the shard gets, there is this golden reflective kind of shimmer to it, as if they're seemingly the same material, it looks like. And
Interesting.
I'll say at this point you have the choice between either actually, you know what? I'll be brief bit behind the curtain. To be perfectly honest, I don't have the entire description for that book done yet. Though if you really want to investigate that book, I can get that information to you at a later date. But you also have the option of looking deeper into the shard, kind of noticing this parallel into it. The ink, the ink on the one thing I will give you, the ink, it's almost less of, reminds you less of ink, scratching, being dragged across the paper, and almost like etching, like it is giving away to darkness or galaxy or whatever, or stars underneath that only seem to shimmer and glow as the light, the shard is brought up to it. And seeing this parallel, there's something deeper behind this than the ink or the shard itself. You can attempt to attune to this object.
All right, I will do so.
Can Rio spend some time examining the bracelet, figuring out what it is, or why some skeleton in the dream gave it to him?
For this, I would allow either investigation or insights. 14. You briefly kind of pop off the bracelet from your paw and just kind of placing it in front of you, looking down at it, like trying to manipulate it with your paws in the best way you can to just kind of look at it from different angles. This weird sort of tingling at the very base of your neck, that sort of yearning, that sort of gut instinctual feeling, that hasn't really fully gone away during this whole trip. It's almost just kind of muted. You almost feel this, like almost like it's hanging on a thread or a leash, just kind of swishing one way or the other as you move around this bracelet. As for who or what or why this individual gave it to you, clearly this person seemed to have some connection to you or had some willingness to give it away. And that's it's almost that wanting that beneath it, that wanting to understand, kind of gives you this feeling of like, I need to go deeper. You have the ability to attune to this object.
Can I spend some time attuning, or is it too late?
Absolutely.
To do that? Okay.
And I
will
think that's
do that
everyone
then.
now, except for one. Yeah, you do kind of watch as everyone else is seemingly now kind of having this slowly having this group realization moment. Yeah. UA still away. Oh damn. In that case, I might give a little bit of a minute before we go too much further. Because I kind of want to save these. Okay, yeah. Actually, no, that's not. Now is the bad time to take a quick break.
Do you, while we're taking a break, just a question.
Yeah.
Do you have to roll? Do you have to roll for attunement, or is it just something that happens?
No, you don't need to. Typically, you don't need to roll for attunement. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can try to grab the mechanics for attunement real quick, just to have that fresh in mind.
Typically, no, but
Yeah. Rules as written?
Nothing-
No. Yeah.
nothing about this is typical.
Exactly. yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, rules as written. Yours is written. No. Though it is fair to ask because of how weird all of this shit is. Okay, we can change the music real quick. Ooh, actually, that would not be bad. I'll save that music actually for later. I know what to grab. Where are my industrious ferrets?
What?
So we're back.
Oh no, sorry, we're taking a quick break.
Oh, okay.
All right, fair.
Yeah. Since a few people left real quick, I was like, you know what? Now's a good time to take a quick 5 or so minute break.
Not more than fair.
I
If
had
that's the
just
case,
been
I might-
asked.
I might step away then for another moment, just to stretch real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. Hold on. I'm still here. I'm still on mic. I can still hear you guys, including chat.
Just cobble the boar, scoop de boop de,
Yeah. Also, sorry. Great. It's
hankle the forgy.
too loud.
No, in the end.
I'll say yes. Thank you, folks, for the hydrate. I did indeed hydrate when the recording went off, but I shall do more because throat.
Drink like Thor almost drank the ocean empty.
Okay, let's not get hasty here.
Back with Utgard Loki.
Was Loki?
I mean, Loki
sorry,
was
yes,
there,
Utgard
but
Loki. Yes, because Utgard
Yeah.
Loki was a giant, a Jotun.
Yes,
Not
Loki.
our
Loki was
Loki.
there, but it was not the same Loki.
Yes, it is
Loki
a
was
Loki,
involved.
not the Loki.
Yes, Loki was involved, but he was not the same guy.
Was it I think it was OSP. It was overly sarcastic production.
Yes, it was OSP that did the thing about that.
Well, that with not Utgard Loki brain. Utgard Loki. Wasn't it was it either a theory proposed by OSP or some other source that they were drawing from, the idea that Loki actually isn't an individual being, but almost like a house spirit, or like a type of house spirit of like, oh, the Loki will get you, or like if you don't do this certain thing. Like it's a very individualistic thing, like house per house.
I don't remember.
I have to see if I can find that video. I'll send it in the Discord if I find it. But that'll be later. That's a later thing.
All I know is he's half Greek and can turn into a bear.
Oh, that's God of War Ragnarok. I know. Fucking
yeah.
You bitch. Joke. Oh God, sorry. I just saw Vi post the entire description for Attune.
Yep.
In the Memento Magick VC. Yeah. Oh, it takes a short rest, which is about an hour. Where a long rest is about 8 hours. So, if you want to take the first hour of your long rest to attune, that's fine. I will allow it.
Hell yeah.
Because
I mean, that's basically just that was basically just Braun getting ready.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I have anything I need to replenish right now, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like typically even like a normal long rest sometimes has like if you're like doing watches or stuff, like in game, your character might not spend the entire 8 hours asleep. So.
That's true. Yeah, it's just light activity and resting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Though, if you do get disturbed, my typical rule of thumb, is that if combat breaks out, in the middle of your long rest, you at least get the effects of a short rest, but your long rest is interrupted and you need to start over.
Makes sense to me. Yeah. That's totally fair.
I have played at least a character who, for their long rest, would work.
I was gonna say,
never sleep.
Same.
Well, that's because that was a very weird, specific character.
Yes,
oh yeah,
that was a very specific thing. It was the homebrew class I was playing. Was like, you can use your entire long rest to craft things, and it was fun.
Oh, that's more than fair. Yeah, for me it was not the iteration of Hugin that Talon knows. It was the first iteration, which was a cleric to Odin. But he was a Warforged, and Warforged don't sleep. They don't exactly have a rest cycle. So what he would do is he would actually just keep watch the entire night, and just like kind of sit in place, and typically have collected. Well, actually collected everybody else's weapons, and any ones that needed sharpening. He would just sit there and like slowly sharpen while just letting his head almost pan around like a turret.
He's not powered off. He's in sleep mode.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He was just like letting himself rest and bunts, doing that, and then like elves only need a long rest for 4 hours because elf. Yeah.
Yeah. Nature was actually playing a moon elf in that game, and I remember him waking up like, wait, have you been working the entire night? Yes. That was a fun time. Sadly, due to scheduling conflicts, I had to leave that game.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. All right. Is everyone back?
I believe so.
Also, how's chat doing?
Hello.
Everyone doing good? Mariposa, if you're still there, a pleasure having you. Hope everyone's enjoying the session so far.
Yeah. Also, yeah, apologies for any lower energy on my own end. I've been sleeping at these hours recently, so.
No, that's totally fair. Also sorry, Tixels it. Borb Kistorianolith?
I have no idea. I was
Borb
just
Kistorianolith?
typing out letters.
That's a word.
Can you use it in a word? No, I cannot. Oh, okay.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'm definitely having.
Thank you, Tom, for the save. Yes, go, Mara.
I was just like, yeah, like I'm not having UA react to anything because again, I think in character, I'm guessing she doesn't recognize where that chill's coming from, does she?
I was gonna say briefly, before everything went, we'll get a little bit back into it.
Okay.
But you would still notice everyone else kind of having this collective, like, understanding of, like, everyone slowly pulling out their items, or their little objects, so...
Okay, well, we'll do that once break ends.
Yeah, you're imperceptive. You're not stupid.
Yes, I was just saying... I'm not an idiot.
Yes. Well, no, I'm kidding.
I'm not afraid to make a stand.
I'm very lucky. Despite intelligence being my dup stat, I still have a 10. So it's like, okay, I'm about as smart as the average person. Yeah.
Smart as your average bee.
Exactly.
Smarter than your average bear.
God, that fucking icon. I can't.
Cat?
I don't know if V is still there. Sorry, I don't know if V is still there, but god damn it, V.
Oh, that fox.
Yeah, the fucking fox. Just
like
the dejected, dead look in his eyes, like, well.
I can't believe that in a game that nature is running, I decided to make wisdom my dump stat. It was the worst decision I have ever made. But at the
Have
same
fun.
At the same time, it's very fitting for where he is in his life because, like, yeah, no, he is not well put together.
I was saying,
yeah,
Brown is not okay.
I'm having a very bad day.
This is the worst day.
Yes.
I've been having a very bad day. You've been having nothing but bad days for a while. Yeah, I know, right?
Do we have everyone back? Talon?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
We have a Tixel. We have a V, I believe.
Yep.
Making sure. Do we have a code?
Is code here?
Yeah, he's just harassing at my desk. Wow, what a mess you just made.
What did he do?
Oh, God, no, not like that.
Where's the nut button? There it is. There we go.
Wait, who has the nut button?
Apparently nature.
Have you never heard of nature's nut button?
No, I didn't know he had a nut button.
I do. Yes, I do indeed have a. I do have a physical nut button.
So, you're saying you knew nothing about his button?
Talon, I swear to God. Maybe I won't let you attune to the... I'm kidding.
He was just filling up his gamer subs, not sponsored. Could be sponsored.
Yeah, hashtag not sponsored yet. Wink.
Yeah, but he spilled some powder all over my desk.
Oh dear.
If you could choose a flavor, what flavor would you choose?
Oh, like what would my custom flavor be?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, fuck, that's a difficult one.
Nature's
I mean, admittedly,
naturals.
I think this is the first thing that popped in my head. Earl Grey.
Yeah,
Like
tea flavor would be nice.
Like an orange or like black tea kind of flavor.
Yeah,
Black
they have
tea
like,
with, like,
they already
bits of
have an
purple.
iced tea-ish type flavor that's really good.
Yeah, that's
That'd be cool though.
Kaho Shibuya's Serenity. It's a peach tea.
Isn't the lean flavor a tea?
Lean might be it too. I've not tried lean. I still need
I
to
don't
try
remember all
3
the
of
flavors.
the.
I don't know all the flavors they had. I'm gonna be
They have
perfectly
too
honest with you
many.
guys.
Yeah.
I have never tried gamer subs before. I have never had it.
I
Oh.
gotta be
Honestly,
honest.
don't
Mhm.
really need it. Like, why?
Caffeine definitely
Like-
affects ADHD people very differently. So
does.
there's that factor too.
That
Mhm.
is that is
Okay.
the case.
But yeah,
God,
Ghelfi?
can't have coffee, can't use soap.
Yeah, I mean, I can have coffee. Like the caffeine does still help at a certain point,
Mhm.
but like, it's ironically coffee weirdly mellows me out.
Same.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, which apparently
Yeah,
that's
it's-
surprisingly common with ADHD because it
Yep, I have it.
energizes the muscles that help you restrain yourself. Ergo,
Yeah.
you're more calm.
It increases regulation as opposed to increasing output of energy.
Yes, it's weird.
Mhm.
Because remember, ADHD is
yeah.
more.
Mm-hmm.
ADHD
And again,
is
this is
more
also
problem
going-
of regulation than.
I was gonna say, yeah. I was like, ADHD or ADHD adjacent-ish.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna
Um,
definitely say my particular tism is like when it was first diagnosed on me, it was like a half. They described it as a halfway point between non-hyperactive ADD and autism. So,
Mhm.
and I tend to respond in similar fashion. Caffeine can wake me up a little bit, but I can also like chug a couple cups of coffee or tea or even an energy drink,
Right.
and I can go to sleep immediately after. Like it does not keep me awake typically.
Right. It's kind of
All of it-
weirdly diminishing returns after a while.
Yeah, exactly.
All that really happens with coffee is my heart starts pumping really quick, and I feel uncomfortable.
That's not good.
was
That's
like,
not an ADHD thing. I don't think.
When your
That's
heart
just
starts playing dubstep, you know you've had enough coffee for the day.
yeah. Joking aside, that is a little concerning.
Oh no! It's not like a completely irregularity. It's just that I can tell that there is an increase in activity, and that makes my body uncomfortable.
That's fair.
That's fair.
But yeah,
Anyways, game.
I was about to say, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
All right. In that case. Oh, I almost put the command in gaming things. I am a dummy.
oops.
Not sure.
Oops. Your Honor, my client made a fucky wucky.
We decided to add one and pass it on murder charges.
No, sorry, double it and pass it on.
Yeah, double it and pass it on.
Double
to,
murder. Oh,
murder
dear.
charges.
That's 18 murders. Holy shit, he did 9?
Damn. All right.
No, the last guy doubled it. 4.5. What?
All right. Joking aside, shush.
Okay, so, oh yeah, like with one for in character returning into the things, since you were saying that Yue would have noticed other people like kind of pulling out their items and looking at it, she probably, as she's starting to bundle up, she just kind of looks for a second, then reaches a hand in to fish out her bell just to take a look at it. It's kind of like the thought that I have going in my head for you is that's like, what's all this then?
I guess I should. What angle are you trying to approach this from?
Investigating the bell. She's not really spent a lot of time looking at it in the corporeal world because there was the weird effects in the dream, but that can't happen in real life. But it's here. That's
Sure,
yeah, kind of
investigation.
confused. Confusion and investigating.
11. If you have a point of inspiration, you are able to use it now should you desire.
Nah, I burned all mine up on the blind beholder.
Okay.
Oh.
Dice fell. Okay. So Yue,
Mm-hmm.
as you are kind of looking over this thing, like you're kind of, I imagine you're kind of like holding it by the cut thread, just kind of looking at it like there is a clasper, not clasper. What's the name for the little rod in the middle of a bell?
That's a great
Clacker?
question.
It's a clapper.
It is a clapper. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I couldn't remember. Like,
It's
is
a
it a clapper or a
because it claps
clacker?
against the side of the bell, and
Mhm.
it is of the right shape to clap.
I
Mhm.
believe you and I trust you, Tixel. Anyway.
Yeah, it's clapper.
Mhm.
Yue. Yeah. As I said, you're kind of looking this thing over. You briefly try to like looking like, all right, you try to ring it again. Again, you hear no sound, but in that instance, you feel that chill down your spine again. Like at the moment that the clapper hits the metal. And
Mhm.
you immediately realize, okay, there's something here. But like it's still foggy, it's still fadey for like a brief moment. Before you hear a faint chuckle in your head,
Mhm.
and you swear the words are mouthed in your head, even if you don't necessarily hear them.
Mhm.
You sense the words, "Let me help." You are able to attune to this item.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to be like, I was like, to remember, did I have an advantage to that? But I think that was just inside the dream. But no, okay. With that, she probably, um, she'll kind of sit herself up and just kind of like readjust her bedroll over herself, just to keep herself kind of bundled just a little bit as she kind of after that her two smaller hands just wrap around the bell and kind of hold it to her chest as she just kind of starts to try to meditate on it to attune.
Okay.
I cannot wait since we're all attuning right before we sleep, for each of us to have a dream sequence over the next hour.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah,
12
probably,
years later. No.
yeah.
I know you, nature. If you wanted to, you would.
I do like sleep. To
But
some
yeah,
capacity. But yeah.
just kind of the last thing inside of Yue's head of that is, she just kind of like again thinks her saying it inside of her own head of just responding to that voice of okay, like kind of accepting. what is a D4 being rolled? Oh God.
I'm not sure what that is from. Anyway.
It's slag from earlier. Okay.
Oh,
Don't worry
do
about
I? Do I? Oh shit! Do I? Do I have to?
Do you have to what?
That would be scary to have to do that here.
Not sure what you mean.
Not sure what you mean. Anyway, I think at this point, I think it would be best for everyone to roll initiative just to see who goes first.
I called it. I called it.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure you're
Damn.
faster than me, Rio.
Damn.
I think you have a higher dexterity.
19. Yep.
As I say, actually, yeah. Even looking at your initiative bonus number, yeah, because I've got a 15 or 14. Sorry.
So 21 starting off with the pack. I believe we start off with Mew.
Ruh-roh.
And so, as you take this moment to attune, kind of like you're listening again for that sound. It's very faint. It's very brief. It's that brief split second you heard it. And you try to listen for it again. And it's almost more so that you feel it rather than you hear it at a certain point. You almost kind of sense the hammer striking to ring the bell. You feel the muscles move in the hand of the hammer nailing the last board into the wall to build the tower that this bell is rang upon. You feel the strike of the hammer as the doors to the gate are built, and on and on. This muscle memory kind of spans through you in that split second of a moment, like lightning. As over the course of an hour, you've attuned to a resonant mallet. Give me a moment to read the description. Also bring this up just so chat can see, but there's more to it that I will add afterward. Charred and fragile looking, yet solid as bronze in the hand. The warmth of the sun is felt on the skin, even within shade. When it strikes, the hum resonates in the skull, powerful yet distant. The ragged lord was once the Prince of Ardor, the sun-splendored, the Amber King. His body was baked and broken, blackened bone quartered to the far corners of that never-same wood. This ear bone yet holds the bell chimes of that never-built city, always dreamed. A damned shame the heat of his skull makes such wonderful mirrored glass. This item has the following properties. Memento, that last summer day. When you attune to this item, you learn the Circle of Comfort incantation. After attuning to this item, you gain another attunement slot. Thunder and Brass. This item can be used as smith's tools. This item can also be used as a mace. Soulbound Flickering. No other creature can attune to this item. In addition, the creature bonded to this item is favored by the principle of Spark. The Mist's Edge. You now know the way to the Mist's Edge. And I will edit these all into the description. One moment.
What the fuck?
Right?
The fucking what? Missed what?
Cool item, but what the fuck? It's the mist vest.
I can also grab for you Circle of Comfort, just for that to grab that incantation roll. Just a moment. Also show this to everyone else.
Where dreams are made reality, but maybe that's not a yeah. But
What kind of dreams are these?
Hang on. Does this show to everyone? There we go.
Now,
Circle of Comfort. Some magic. Oh, is the picture? What was that?
I was just about. Pictures both comforting yet oddly discomforting.
Don't worry about it. Some magic requires complex machinations of imagination, staggering upon one another like an archway made from falling stacks of books, until stable enough to perform some impossible dream. Some magic is precise and demanding, like a cart rolling down a hill or an arrow flying from its bow. But some magic, this magic, your magic, comes in with a relieved sigh, a gentle breeze to help form a perfect environment, a kind weather for safe passage, and the slow sounds of nature. This is a first level abjuration incantation, casting time of one action, blah 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 blah. You can read that as you see fit. Soothing air and clean soil burst from a point you can see within range, creating a hospitable environment to fill a 20-foot radius sphere, temporarily displacing any natural objects that were once there. The temperature in air is hospitable within this sphere, any outside gas or water does not enter into this sphere, and anything that spreads across the ground, such as fire or moss, does not spread to the ground within that sphere. Food and drink consumed within the sphere is delicious and filling. Aches, pains, and one level of exhaustion are removed from all allied creatures who remain in this sphere for at least half of its total duration. This can be technically upcast if you have spell slots for it to increase the spell's range by 10 feet and the duration by 2 hours. Or other casters may partake alongside contributing spell slots to increase the range. And that is what you have received.
Well, shit.
Sorry, I can't help.
Next up, I believe, is Ale.
Yes. Hello.
You close your eyes for a minute as you're holding this shard. And as your head kind of slowly keels down, kind of curling up like almost into sleep, you realize you can still see it in your hands even after your eyes have closed. And then you see a second light, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, dozens now kind of scattering across your vision. You see the night sky behind your eyelids for that brief moment. Seemingly a memory of what once was to this shard. Stars that no longer are, as you're seeing now. You see plenty of patterns in the sky you do not recognize from the night sky you know up above you for most of your life. This is older than all of that. The opaque shard is long worn and frosted by the tide, and yet its light has never faded. Still, the carvings look freshly chiseled, glowing brightest when facing the sun. Lights unseen flicker wistfully in the gem's facets. A shard of the old noon, hardened solar sap, long buffeted by time. Yet it stands defiant, forever seeking fellow kin of that first dawn, whether powder or blood or crystal. A sailor once used this, as countless others have since. It knows the stars well, and remembers those that swam and snapped at the shadows between. This item has the following properties. Memento, when the stars were strange. When you attune to this item, you learn the Guide the Stars incantation. After attuning to this item, you gain another attunement slot. The Ways of the Wake. This item can be used as navigator's tools. Soulbound, faceted. No other creature can attune to this item. In addition, the creature bonded to this item is favored by the principle of lens. The Mist's Edge. You know the way, the Mist's Edge. And the Black Coral Door. You know the way, the Black Coral Door. That is the item's description. I will convey that as well.
Alrighty.
Alright, this is going to take a little bit for everyone.
That's fun.
And I can also grab for you Guide of the Stars. Oh, also sorry, I realized I never actually showed the item for chat as well. Just showing that briefly. Oop. And as well as also Guide of the Stars. You whisper and reach out. Magic pulls at your fingertips and tugs at the sky. You can feel each point of light in the night sky above you. Feel each one's resistance when you move your finger over to it, the safe warmth radiating to your fingertips. Pull, push, the ability to move them all around is just for you. Who knows what stars are truly made of? What matters here and now is what you can give them meaning just for you. It's all anyone's ever done, anyways. This is a first level divination incantation, casting time of 1 hour, range of self, blah 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 blah. You rearrange stars to create a new constellation. The appearance of this constellation is determined by you, forming what imagery you want or need them to take, be it animal, weapon, a familiar symbol, or even a tool. Once made, it is visible only to you and remains permanently in the sky until dismissed. You can summon it back into view as an action. When summoned back into view, you can make it visible to any number of willing creatures within 30 feet of you. You can have a number of constellations equal to your level. At any point, you may permanently dismiss a constellation. Upon dying, one of your constellations, either selected by you or determined by chance, becomes permanent. This constellation does not rearrange existing stars and constellations to become permanent and is visible to all. While a constellation is visible to you, it may give one of the following benefits, determined at the time it is rearranged and formed. The constellation will move across the sky, guiding and directing you to the location of a willing creature. The constellation will alert you when the creature is on a different plane than you, or notify you upon this creature's death. The constellation will move across the sky, guiding and directing you to a specified location you are at least familiar with. Move across the sky, guiding you to the nearest settlement that is not hostile to you. Moving across the sky, pointing in the direction of a landmark you are at least familiar with. Or the constellation stays affixed to a point, guiding you in either a cardinal or intercardinal direction of your choice. That's Guide
Okay.
the Stars.
That certainly is.
Next up, I believe we have UA. No, not UA.
No.
Looking at
Bron?
investigation. Next
No,
is
that's me.
Ron. This is a long one.
Oh boy.
I'm just going to read the description for this one. The doll is always cold, no matter how the palm wishes to warm it. Wisps of lavender and cinnamon linger under the odor of soot and burnt hair. A promise unkept, but unwillingly broken. A name unspoken, memories that could have been that have since been snipped short. A wish unfulfilled, however, remains. A void yet to be filled. This item has the following properties. Memento, a past that could have been. When you attune to this item, you learn the Dreamscape's Convergence incantation. When cast in this way, the beginning state of the dream is of the cabin and its condition when you last left it before the fire. However, over the 8 hours of the incantation's duration, the cabin slowly decays and blackens to the shell it was when you last left it, and the forest surrounding the cabin will turn to winter if it is not already. Any changes made to the dreamscape reset upon casting this incantation again, returning to its beginning state. This effect cannot be halted or prevented. After attuning to this item, you gain another attunement slot. Soulbound, fading. No other creature can attune to this item. In addition, creature bond to this item is favored by the principle of fade. And finally, the Mist's Edge. You now know the way to the Mist's Edge. Let me go ahead and grab Dreamscape Convergence for you to clarify as well.
Oh boy.
I realize this is a heavy one. Cloud stretches far as your eyes can see. Kaleidoscope of colors bleeding out from the center of the billows and casting a faint glow. With a snap of your fingers, the clouds around you begin to swell and stretch, transforming into more sturdy, recognizable features. This is a first level illusion incantation, casting time of 1 hour, range of self. Blah blah blah. Falling into a deep slumber, you can interact consciously with a dreamscape of your making. You may bring identical copies of physical objects such as books, weapons, or magical items into this realm as long as you have interacted with them or have had them in your possession. The effects of these copies are limited to the scope and duration of the Dreamscape spell. You may allow sleeping creatures access to your Dreamscape. Choose at least one willing creature you know on the same plane as you. This creature may enter your dreamscape as they rest. Such creatures are aware that they are within your dreamscape and act with full autonomy while within it. Within dreamscapes, you can partake in activities that don't change the physical world. For example, learning skills from a mentor, practicing with new weapons, identifying magical items, learning languages, and training animals can all be accomplished within your dreamscape, though you must spend the same amount of time on them in the dreamscape as you would normally be required to in the real world. Skills and knowledge acquired in the dreamscape are transferable to your waking self, though material items are not affected by their copies having been altered or used. Any magical effect or condition that affects you while within the dreamscape ends when you wake up. You may end the spell and wake up whenever you choose. Any other creature inside the dreamscape can choose to wake up as well. Any time spent on the dreamscape counts towards a long rest. So in shorthand, you have a dreamscape that you can bring to you, that you can send you and everyone else into, and you may alter it however you see fit. However, it always begins and always ends as the cabin.
Oof.
Rough. It's so cool though.
It's so cool, but trauma.
You're welcome.
It's like that.
Fucked.
It's like some sort of like crazy training chamber. In your dream.
I have
In your mind prison.
Hey, don't worry,
my
Braun.
mind prison.
Don't worry, Braun. You can
Say-
always go home whenever you want.
The worst part.
Oh, twist the knife.
Next.
Oh, sweet unholies.
Looks like based on the initiative modifier, I believe it is Rio next,
Yep.
and then UA.
Rio's got more decks than I, so yeah, he should go ahead of me.
It's funny that UA goes last.
Is
Hyperbolic Sage Chamber.
Oh, you're not wrong, but also, bruh.
Wait, what did you call it? I missed that.
Hyperbolic Sag Chamber.
Oh.
I was just
Yeah.
saying the hyperbolic chamber, but
Is Braun's item missing the a couple of the effects in the description?
No, the incantation's crazier, so less effects.
Oh, yep. It's missing the Mist's Edge. That's the one thing I forgot.
Oh yeah.
There you go. And sorry, there's two more. Next up, of course, we have Braided Anemoia. To clarify above game, Anemoia is the term describing nostalgia that you have not experienced yourself, or nostalgia for a time you are not from. Nostalgia flutters the mind, yet there's no memory to recall. The limbs are restless, and there's a weight to the absence. The more you ponder, the easier to note each fray in the braid. The smoke of ginger and pear is woven amidst the musk of bog earth and soil. Familiars do not usually survive well the death of their maker. A wish lingering on the last breath, snatched by one who that heard a familiar tune and wished to add to the symphony. Two wishes entwined, given just enough breath so that both may be granted. Now that both are braided, what does a dying soul want with a second birth? What does it yet crave? The item has the following description. Memento, old habits, old cravings. When you attune to this item, you learn the in-hands unseen incantation. When casting the incantation, you may choose a creature within 30 feet of you at the beginning of casting. That creature must make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failure, the item transformed will take the form of a trinket the target would greatly desire, such as a family locket, a vial of a favorite beverage, or a dazzling medal of honor. After attuning to this item, you gain another attunement slot. Soulbound, Yearning. No other creature can attune to this item. In addition, the creature bonded to this item is favored by the principle of ache. And the Mist's Edge. You know now the way, the Mist's Edge. I'll grab that description for you. And I shall also grab the incantation?
Where's the message?
Right?
Good question. I shall also now grab the Enhance Unseen.
I mean, we all know how to get there. We just don't know where.
You know the way.
Bruh.
Yes.
Sadly,
Do
we
you know the way?
Hush.
I was about to say it.
I was trying to be so-
Cleverness, guile, a smile. Subterfuge is one thing. Knowing which way to place your steps is one way or another, or even the way to craft a convincing lie. But this could be flagrant. This would hide in plain sight. And this wouldn't really be lying, per se. But as you wrap this breeze of shadow around your items, they slowly turn to something new. A long sword, now a wooden coin carved with a lion's face. A potion, now a small prayer book with it written in a language you can understand. And your thieves' tools, now just another bracelet. All tools of your trade now hidden until needed. Who would need to lie when the truth is so plain in front of another? And this is a first level transmutation incantation. Casting time of 30 minutes, range of touch, blah 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 blah. 3 objects of your choice are transformed into trinkets. While transformed, they do not appear magical. If the effect is dispelled, they resume their transformed state after 1 minute. The trinkets turn back to their original form only when a keyword, key phrase, or gesture is spoken or performed by you, or others that you give permission to. The keyword, key phrase, or gesture, as well as what creatures aside from you, if any, have permission to turn the object back, are all chosen upon casting the spell. You must have at least 1 level of Rogue in order to learn this spell. The majority of your levels must be in Rogue in order to cast it. And hypothetically, you could also upcast it if you had the capability to. I will specify incantations for those who do not have spell slots in a moment, once they're all done.
Mhm. And there are some rogues that some classes of rogue that can cast.
Correct, but you
what-
can still cast this without.
Exactly is it?
Exactly.
What exactly is a trinket?
Think like a bauble, or a trinket is essentially some small, like a necklace or a ring, or
It's usually used for items to weapons,
like
containers,
charms, or
armor,
like essentially not. And a trinket is technically a catch-all term to describe anything that's not like a tool or a weapon or armor or other,
tool
like,
or equipment.
yeah, miscellanea. You know, like I said, typically a necklace or some other sort of valuable object. We'll say.
Chinese.
Necklaces, rings, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and in your case, if someone fails a wisdom save against you, you can turn it into something they would greatly desire most. So there you go. And last but certainly not least,
Oh boy.
moment of betrayal.
Brad and I get to experience pain.
Don't like this.
The metal is chilled, almost biting to the touch. It is always silent. Yet, when shook, a cold numbness runs down your back. It's always surprising that there is no pain. A clan's voice ripped in an instant. A breath stolen, drawn from the back and cast to the heavens. A warm hand turned cold and umber. A vow to return the favor caught in the throat. Whether fate's web caught them for such an act is unknown, but the moment yet lingers in the absent ring. This item has the following features. Memento, never too late, never again. When you attune to this item, you learn the Eternal March incantation. After attuning to this item, you gain another attunement slot. Soulbound, fading. No other creature can attune to this item. In addition, the creature bonded to this item is favored by the principle of fade. And the Mist's Edge. You know the way, the Mist's Edge. I will edit that description real quick, and I will grab Eternal March for you. Name's description should be updated. And now I shall grab Eternal March. You crouch low and steady yourself, sensing the world around you. Wind against your body, the feel of the ground against your feet. You turn inward, pulling memories of exertion and victory. The fatigue of spirit and the earned soreness of muscle. Drills, practice, weaponry. You sigh, magic running across your hands and feet. You could always go a little further each day. Especially now, especially today, you know you can go further still. And this is a first level abjuration cantrip, casting time of 1 hour, range of self. Duration 24 hours. Your travel pace is improved, regardless if it is with a group, on mount, or on a vehicle. Your distance per minute is increased by 100 feet. Your distance traveled per hour is increased by an additional mile. And your distance traveled per day is increased by 8 miles. If you're proficiency in stealth, you're able to use stealth while traveling at a normal pace. When traveling for longer than 8 hours in a day, you only roll a Constitution saving throw at the end of every 2 hours, and the DC increases by +1 for every 2 hours, rather than each hour past 8. If you succeed on the saving throw, you may select one of your creatures traveling with you. This creature succeeds on their saving throw automatically. When you cast this spell, you may select one type of difficult terrain and ignore its movement penalty. When making a long jump, you may add your level to the number of feet you cover. When making a high jump, you may add your half of your level to the number of feet you leap. You ignore the effects of a number of levels of exhaustion equal to your Constitution score up to a maximum of 5. Additionally, you have advantage on saving throws against effects that would inflict levels of exhaustion. You must have at least 1 level of Fighter in order to learn this spell. The majority of your levels must be Fighter in order to cast it. And so now everyone is left with this flooding of memories and a magic you have never felt before. And unfortunately, as all of you gaze upon one another with this newfound revelation in your minds, that's a wrap in the session for tonight.
Oh, what the fuck? How could you? Now, do I have to... The incantation mentioned... Hold on.
With upcasting? Do you mean? Or... what part are you referring to, I should ask?
Bringing other people, a willing creature. So they have to know I'm trying to do this, right?
Correct.
Fuck.
We don't need Braun just randomly trauma dumping on the party.
So yeah, technically if everyone wants to join Braun in his dreamscape, they can make whatever he wants, except for the beginning and end.
Duh. I don't think that Braun's going to do that for a while.
Understandable, honestly.
That's
But
fair.
that gives us
My
8
guy is
hours every
not.
day that we can do something else too.
Basically, with Dreamscape, yes, with Dreamscape Convergence, you can have 8 hours to do whatever the fuck you want, as long as it's not like physical. And it, you still get the effects of a long rest.
So as long as it's not physical, you mean interacting with objects? We could still work out and absolutely make gains, right? I'm joking.
I don't think you can alter your physical body, no. But you still carry the knowledge that you have gained while in this space.
Brain gains.
So say for example, if there was a book that you owned at some point, but you don't have on your person, you could pick up and reread that book if you want. There is a lot you can do with Dreamscape.
There may be some things for him to do, but
it's...
Oh no.
There's a lot there, yeah.
All I'm saying is above game. I'm sorry. I'm not, but I am. But I'm not, but I am.
Oh.
How dare you?
Oh, you don't need to apologize to me. You just need to apologize to the fictional character that we wrote together.
So I hope everyone enjoyed this session.
Who wants to meet Braun's kids?
Oh,
You can bring them into the dream.
Oh no! Shit! Oh fuck!
The worst part is
That is the
you
thing.
could create that's a question.
Facsimiles
Copies
of
of
them.
them.
Yes, you can
Now-
create
now
facsimiles
here's-
of them.
Here's the thing. I don't know if he would believe his father, but
Oh, there's so many caveats that could happen here that you could ask about that I can't give answers to until you try.
Braun could send messages out so he could spend time with his son.
Hypothetically.
That is honestly probably the most accurate. Honestly, knowing where he is in his headspace right now, that is probably the one use he would have for this.
Hey, like I said, we'll both be home together. I'll stop.
Monster.
That would also reveal what happened. And fuck, I don't know if that was. Oh god.
This is what. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You fucking monster.
Mm-hmm. We can get a little bit later. We can get into a next session of what the fuck these items are, and what just happened to you guys. All I can say is welcome to Memento Magick, baby.
You absolute fucking monster.
Yay.
So I hope everyone enjoys their items. Yeah. Oh, you can click on it. Oh, sorry, you made it into an item. Cool.
I made it into the
Miss Edge.
I just put it on my under trait so I could look at it easier.
That's fair. Yeah.
And
No,
you
that's
just
fair.
Fuck.
Yeah, both.
You know,
The...
you keep asking what's the Mist's Edge, but you're missing the fact that I knew another place too.
Yeah,
That's maybe even more
Yeah.
terrifying.
That is very bad.
Yeah. Apparently, Ale knows the way to both the Mist's Edge and the Black Coral Door.
Yeah.
That's
And then-
ominous as fuck.
And then also our favorite principles. What, 2 or 3 of us have the fade?
Yes.
My items also my item
yeah.
description's also missing that part of it.
Oh shit! I can get you that. Hold on. No, it hasn't.
for-
Oh, sorry,
for-
that doesn't
I
have the
know
Mist Edge.
it's-
I can grab that.
It's,
So yeah,
it's,
both.
it's
I can go down the
fade.
list. Yes, both
For
UA
Braun.
and Braun are favored by the principle of fade.
Oh, mine's missing it too, I think.
No, but
Yeah,
no, you have
what's
it.
the
Soulbound
principle
Yearning.
going to be?
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah, you just don't have fade.
Correct.
And you don't have your Mist's Edge on yours.
Yep, I added that. I
Now
just
you
added
do.
it. There we go.
Yeah, alright.
So yes, UA and Braun are both favored by the principle of phase. Mew is favored by the principle of spark. Rio is favored by the principle of ache, and Ale is favored by the principle of lens. What do these all mean? Fuck if you know.
Oh no.
I can also now finally reveal that the items section for that particular list is of mementos.
Do not like.
I'd say you may want to check the spelling for your title. The soundbound yearning. Is it?
Oh yeah,
Soulbound?
that's soundbound. Not soundbound. This isn't. Oh, and you start having like cravings.
Hey,
No, that's not how it
hey!
works.
I just copied and pasted what it said, what the description. I did not
Is
type
it
that.
soundbound?
Well, yeah,
Why the fuck
mine
is it
definitely says
soundbound?
sold.
Hold on.
Sold bound, which is
Hold
like
on,
weird.
hold on. Whoops. That's a typo on my end. Whoopsie.
Ow, 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 ow,
I know I was gonna get some kind of scuff in here. There we go. Now it's good. There's Eternal March.
ow.
Yeah, I was to say, yeah, just
Oh yeah, I was gonna go
I know
over incantations real quick.
Yes. For
let me,
those of us who do not have cast.
I can grab the full description. It's a little wordy.
Zoom the character sheet in. Holy
I believe
shit.
the long and short of it is that if you do not have spell slots, you can effectively cast it once per long rest. Let me just double check that.
okay.
Yeah. Incantations.
I mean, mine's only useful for long rests, so oh boy.
I was saying mine
Yes,
can just be
there we go.
daily casts, so I just need extra food.
Characters can learn incantation spells by using relics and mementos. Any character can learn an incantation regardless of whether their class grants spell slots, within a few exceptions. A character with spell slots who has a learned incantation spell cast it as normal, at a level for which they have spell slots. If a character doesn't have spell slots, they cast the spell once at its lowest level and must finish a long rest before they can cast it again. A character without spell slots is unable to cast an incantation spell if it is a level higher than what a full spellcaster of their level would be able to. For example, a 5th level character can't cast, certain... it has to be of, like, a full caster's spell level. That their maximum would be able to cast for. So, like, say, for example, you guys will only be able to learn 2nd level incantations at level 3?
Yeah.
I want to say yes. So essentially, those rules apply. Relics and mementos follow the normal rules of attunement, except for some that have the properties allow for instant attunement. These ones did. As normal, characters who don't meet the class requirements for a relic or memento can't attune to it, even if the item is cursed or has a property that allows for instant attunement. So yeah, these are weird, janky, flavorful spells that if you are not a caster, you can still cast them as though it's a once per long rest ability. And you can learn more of these if you should find and attune to more mementos.
Oh, good.
Also, minor side note, I love the material components for all of these.
Apparently my cat has a tattoo.
If it doesn't have a
you need to
gold
get one.
cost, yeah. If it doesn't have a gold cost, actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, if it doesn't have a gold cost, then it's something you should just be able to, like, typically
like
be able to
innately
find or get in a...
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
But-
normally the case mechanically is that if you have a spellcasting foci, you can use that in favor of material components that don't have a gold cost.
So, I guess that's the question specifically for Rios. Is there like a mark that shows up on awakened creatures?
Oh, it says worn or carried, so I guess the component is just the bracelet.
Yeah.
I'm sure. It could be its own focus, yeah.
It's just a tattoo,
essence.
worn or carried.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm tickled by mine being trail rations. That's why I made the comment of
I'm
I need to carry
concerned
more
about
food.
the idea of a tattoo being carried.
Of a what?
I don't. Oh, it doesn't have to be a tattoo on your skin, as long as you carry the tattoo.
Oh god, you
it
carve a
says-
tattoo off of someone else's skin.
Yeah.
No,
And on that note, I
component
think
is
we should.
M, so.
Oh, actually, there's another special thing with incantations. Certain incantation spells have additional effects when you give them a longer cast time, or when you cast them with other casters. I believe Circle of Comfort is the one example of that the party has so far.
Yes.
So essentially, if multiple people put spell slots towards imbuing the spell, you could basically cast them at like a ritual or as a coven, to get bonus effects or additional effects, almost like you're upcasting. So yeah, this is hope everyone enjoyed the session. Yes, thank you, Talon, for the save.
Gotta save before you power down for the night.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Gotta save when you go bed. Is how many
Yeah,
games
go
work.
home, go bed.
Go home, go bed, go take a nap, go home, go
fucking
home,
sleep.
go bed, go sleep.
Oh, that's a flashback. Anyway. All right, Tixel, do you want to show anything?
I mean, do I want to show anything?
Do you have any words of
Did
wisdom?
you say show or shill?
Shill. I said shill, though. If you have any words of local cat girl, what is your wisdom?
Life is horrible, and pain and suffering are constant. However, only through solidarity and understanding between others can we find some form of respite within. And so, be kind to others, as kind as you can be, though do not let people mistake that for weakness, and make sure that you still have your I'm trying to think of the word for it, your boundaries, and take care of yourself as well as who you can.
Yeah. Shit, I wasn't expecting an honest, very thoughtful answer. Thank you. Sorry. Took me off guard.
What, I can't
I was expecting... I'm gonna be real, I was expecting some cursed shit, but that is way better. Thank you kindly for that. Anyway. Going down, V, do you want to get yours out of the way, because you're feeling icky?
Sure. Yeah, you can find me on Twitch. I play games and do silly shit, and also follow all these other awesome people, because they're awesome.
Also, everyone go give V money so that she can pay for medical bills. I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking on the medical bills part, but give V money. Give her money. Give her money. I'm kidding.
Able to afford the best medicine that money can buy in America.
Drugs.
Chicken noodle soup.
Drugs.
No, chicken noodle soup and
Sprite.
Ooh, maybe some ginger ale.
Sprite or ginger ale. Yes, I was gonna say Sprite or ginger ale, but that's.
Actually, my family uses ginger snap cookies too.
Well, don't buy Sprite. Don't buy Coke or Pepsi products. Get your like local or third party.
If you can, yeah.
Shasta.
Yum.
Shasta's cheaper. If you have Shasta, buy Shasta. It's good.
I like birch beer. It's great. Hey Mara, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch, Blue Sky, Mastodon, YouTube, Twitch.
Oh, fuck, that keeps reminding me. I need to post more on Blue Sky. I have the account.
You and me.
It's done. I've been made.
I need to. Yeah, I need to do more too. Don't you worry. But yeah, you can find me damn near everywhere. But yeah, I typically stream on Twitch. YouTube's primarily for VODs. But yeah, I play all sorts of things. I think I'm potentially finishing a Gunpla build tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how Psycho Zaku decides to throw me for a loop.
Oh yeah. People are starting to get EP.
I am sorry for infecting you.
It's usually me that infects Dion.
Did Talon.
Hello, I am Miss Talon. You can find me on Twitch. I gotta get better about using my socials, but I have a Twitter.
Yes,
as well.
Shell.
Yeah, I did actually show some beautiful artwork of that we had custom made for our characters.
Yeah.
Of Ale and for code for Rio.
I'm saving off on getting everyone's art and tokens shown in for the D&D streams in Roll20 until everyone gets it, gets their artwork done.
That is fair. It might be great to show it off at some point what we have so far on the stream, but I absolutely agree with let's keep the tokens till everyone has a fancy token.
I also have to talk with Nurum if we can maybe negotiate just having like a group picture of them all. Just putting all of their models together on one picture. I don't know, just the thought of an idea. If that's not too much. But anyway, that's a future thing.
I'll be streaming this week, at least on Tuesday for sure, alongside Miss Marikar and Nature, as we get into a brand new farming game.
We're growing in Australia, mate. We're playing
Fair dinkum?
Yeah, we're playing some motherfucking dinkum, which I very much from what I played from the early access, I did very much enjoy. It is the best way I could describe it. It is Animal Crossing, but Australia.
So everything will try to kill you.
Animal Crossing,
not everything, just a lot of things.
Most things.
Like Animal Crossing, they actually can kill you.
Yup.
Oh dear.
And also, oh no, I just remembered how the mining works in Dinkum. I think I briefly talked about it with you, Mara, that like mining in Dinkum is an investment. You spend the day. Well, I mean, no shit, you already spend the day mining already. But like, but we'll get into it.
The yearning.
Yes, the yearning for the
I can already feel it from here.
Blood yearns for the mines.
Oh yeah, this is for those who enjoy the mining in Stardew Valley and all that sort of bullshit. Like this is going to appeal to that hyperfixation. This is your cocaine.
Because I'll never see her again.
Oh no.
Well, maybe because you still have to pay for the coke. So there's that angle too.
You gotta go on coke to go mining?
We'll get into it. Not actual coke. But you'll find out Tuesday. Time zones.
We all agree that you shouldn't be buying coke.
Well, okay. All right. Anyways.
I'm talking about the soda. Anyways,
Oh, cocaine is fine. No, I'm joking. Don't. Please don't buy cocaine.
For legal reasons, Twitch, this is a joke.
Yes. yes, Daddy Twitch. Please don't give us the bonk hammer.
The cocaine part is a joke for legal reasons. The don't buy Coca-Cola is not.
All right, we've gotten the cat girl's wisdom. What about the boy cat's wisdom? Code. What advice do you have to give to the world?
Make sure to subscribe to Nature because he's awesome.
I said wisdom. You absolute buffoon.
That sounds like wisdom because then he gets to see us every week.
Grumble. All right, you can find me here, I guess. That's it. That's all I have to say. My schedule's posted on the Twitches and the Discord. There's a link there.
Join the grotto if you haven't. Come see us. Come hang out. Sometimes
there's
we
a
do
lot of weird shit in there, but good shit.
Together. Yeah, we're all mad here.
There's a lot of corners to hyperfixate in. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of a time. Surprise! The person who has ADHD has a lot of hyperfixation channels. I think that's everything.
Come to the grotto, and if you can, after coming to the grotto, come possibly join us over in the Acolytes arcade.
Maybe, indeed. I've still been pondering whether or not I want to start merging some of the Acolytes arcade stuff into the grotto. Now that we have some bot rolls and stuff like that in there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's again, that's a future thing.
I have been mentioning to people, but like at the same time, the Acolytes arcade has some spaces that some people are more comfortable in,
it can adapt and evolve. Like we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
This is not a discussion to have here.
Exactly. Fuck. What else is there? Yeah, Tuesday,
Let's
of
table
course, there's
this
a
for
collab.
for now. Let's
Yeah.
circle around, take it offline.
Yeah. One last thing. I guess Tuesday collab instead of the usual Persona 4 Golden stream for me. Whether I don't think that'll be every week for the collabs. I'm guessing that might change based on scheduling. So periodically throughout the weeks, my stream schedules. I'll notify at the beginning of the week if it's changing for those who follow me. Hi. And so the schedule otherwise most weeks is Tuesday is Persona 4 Golden. We are still in Kanji's fucking bathhouse dungeon. It's a time and it's very gay. We have we have Thursdays playing some motherfucking Planet Zoo, which is my chill vibing streaming game. I believe actually, what's the vote looking like currently?
Time rhymes with mime. Mimes are French.
What?
I was trying to do one of those like hard reach arounds where like yes you actively said
Don't
it's
say
very
reach around
gay,
in this
but we're-
context.
Hard reach around.
Don't say reach
It-
around
it's
in the
one of the-
context of a
it was-
zoo. I feel concerned.
It was one of those jokes. It was one of those jokes where it's like the fucking runabout to
The
get
conspiracy
to the,
theory,
I'm not
like
dead.
3 + 3 is 6. 666, number of the beast. Satan's brain.
Have you
But
seen
yeah.
the video of the lady trying to convince people monsters satanic? Like she's got.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's wild. Okay, anyway, back
she's
to
got-
Planet Zoo.
she- yeah.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Oh my
I was
god.
talking
Okay.
about Kanji's bullshit, not the zoo.
Yes, but I'm trying to bring it back full circle because we're trying to wrap up here. It's fine.
Some circles here.
Okay, the vote's looking so
Circle
far. We're bringing the
jerks.
Raccoon Union.
I know
We're
it.
bringing the Raccoon Union to Atlantis. It looks like so far. Unless
I-
that changes within the next couple days, we'll see.
I had specifically asked for it.
Yes. It for those who are unaware, it's I haven't made it super official yet. Like I haven't had emotes and stuff for it yet. But the moderators of the Nature Claws channel are the Raccoon Union. And there have been multiple instances in the past where they have indeed banded together for workers' unions' rights, which I believe includes free apple juice boxes on Tuesdays. And something involving head pats. I forget exactly the deal, but
you have been slacking on the juice boxes. I will
I'll
say.
see if I can find more. I do apologize. I shall add more apple juice to stockpile. Let's start wrapping up. I hope everyone has a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time zone they're currently in. I hope everyone has a wonderful coming week. I would like of course, ask everyone to stay curious, stay kind. Stay
so
in
reach
drugs,
around's
don't
too
do
far, but
school,
coming's okay?
only reach around people who consent. Let's find someone to raid. Oh god. God damn it. Rio, stop. Give me the fucking dice bag. Stop there. He keeps rolling 6100s. This time around he did.
That's what dice bags, yeah. That's about right.
Alright, who is online at this ungodly hour?
Not that ungodly.
It could be more. Well, for you, not so much.
Yeah, I live in the past.
Oh no.
I've
Oh
stayed
dear,
up much
Allorable
later.
is streaming currently.
Oh, to anybody who knows of this friend of the channel, if you ever have the chance, go give Kira P Raptor Girl a watch. She is a good friend. She got a new
Yeah.
model recently.
Kira just did a double
support
debut.
her.
Yeah, she just did
Yeah.
a double debut for her models today. And what her streaming schedule is. I know I sent a thing of like, hey, go check out our Twitch channel in the creator announcements in the Discord. Go to the Discord. I'm rambling. Let's holy fuck, Bloons Tower Defense 6, yes.
I never
rating up-
understood balloons.
I played it.
Go ahead and say it.
Then again, I was friends with the people that watched House Trapped. the red house
I-
trap. So
I have no idea what that. Let's read a lorable.
Yeah, so
Let's go read a lorable. I know
Nature-
Mara is very aware of who a lorable is
Yes, I
for
do.
a few different reasons.
Listen, I just raided her one time, and I happened to find kindred spirits.
Yeah,
Mommies
sure.
attract other mommies.
I am refraining from commenting. Sorry, Tixel, you need to say a thing real
Torment
quick
the
before
turtle.
we head off.
Oh, I was just gonna say that you should know what House Trapped is. It's because I refuse to call that series by its proper name.
House trapped.
Yeah, something for off stream.
Yeah, off stream, it's
Yeah,
fine.
think of synonyms for those two words, and the combination of their within, and you'll find the answer.
Boo.
Home something?
He's almost
No.
there. Mara's got
Yeah,
I got it.
I
Again,
got it.
off stream, get on with
I'm a dense motherfucker. Oh fuck, what's our raid message?
it.
Holy fuck, dream. Holy fuck, nightmare. Hold on.
Nightmare,
this?
nightmare, nightmare.
Nightmare Palace.
It's just what the heck
Mind
is this
prison?
edge?
What the
Mind
fuck?
prison.
Oh yeah, what the
8-hour
fuck is
mind
this
prison.
edge?
or
8-hour mind prison. Oh, there's so many good ones.
or the hyperbolic sad chamber.
Hyperbolic
no!
Sag Chamber.
Are we voting on the hyperbolic Sag chamber?
Yeah, V was
Hyperbolic
very
Sag
clever with
chamber.
that.
He was very
Yeah.
accurate with that.
Hyperbolic Sag chamber. Nature lol.
Oh yeah, that's what
Alright.
All right, yes, there's
You
the
did
link.
this on purpose.
Everyone have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful sleep, a wonderful stream.